welcome back to another episode of Enter the Nerdom. I'm here with the co-host
Stan Morancini,
Watson Bradshaw, bro,
and me, the guy, me, Chad.
the guy.
The guy.
He's the guy.
He's the Chad.
The Chad?
The Chad.
It's not the Chad, is it? No, it's not the Chad.
It
Remember
is
that
the
from
Chad.
Charlie's Angels?
Yeah.
It's the Chad.
I do. I do
you remember that? I don't think you do.
Because enough people were doing that at school when that movie came out.
But that's awesome. That's good. It's not the Chad.
I did my best to be invisible. That's how I got through school.
No, but at school and they were saying like it's not the Chad, right?
No,
which is a good thing.
Or no, they would just go the Chad, just out of the blue, and I'm like, oh yeah.
Okay, they're compliment. They're saying that's cool.
I don't know.
I mean, but that's cool though. Like
it's best to be heard and not seen, And
I think it's the other way around. Okay.
No,
that's
the right way.
That's why we're not videotaping this episode.
That's right.
Well, they won't get the context of that yet.
Anyway, it's not the Chad.
It's not the Chad.
It's not the Chad. It's the.
No. Waiting on you.
Bad lad. I'm sure.
The sad.
Sad. It's CAD. Is that a thing? CAD?
CAD.
Mm-hmm.
You could be a CAD.
CAD.
Like the Cadbury egg?
No, like a cat is like.
Like a masher. Remember? That's what the masher and CAD. Those are the two old words that they used to use for in like old movies and old TV shows.
Yeah.
CAD, masher.
CAD, yeah.
And they'd slap the
a ladies' man.
Yeah, it was fresh. That's the other one. Fresh.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
then
fresh.
Why does Word with Friends not use CAD? I tried so many times to put CAD, and
because
it's not a word.
Because it's so old that they don't.
Well,
Well, it's a euphemism. It's not really.
Yeah, that's
word.
true.
It's a euphemism. It's not. Well, it was in a dictionary once, was it? How about you keep it there, you sons of bitches?
That's true. That's true.
Also, why are you using 3-letter words as word?
Well, that's because I ran out of words. I only had 3 letters left, and I was like, DAC? That's not a word.
That's not a word.
And I was like, CAD. CAD's got to be something.
Yeah.
And apparently, it's not to Words with Friends, and that's why I deleted that app. I'll never play it again.
Good, because that's a waste
You're on
of
the
time
Wordle
anyway.
now.
I did Wordle for a while,
It's a waste of
and
time.
it was getting too easy because you just pick one good word to pick out. You got ones with the R and a T in there, and maybe an S, and then you set. And then
No, my ex-girlfriend kept trying to get me on
stairs. You just put stairs in. That helps a lot.
What?
Stairs. STA.
Yes, I know.
R-S.
Yes, I know it's stairs.
Yeah.
Chad.
Oh well, I mean, you could have thought it meant like STARES.
Like stairs at something.
Yeah. I think you did.
My ex-girlfriend kept trying to get me into Words with Friends when that first came out back in like 2010, 2011, whatever that was. And I was like, I'm not interested. And I did it once, and I was like, this is so uninteresting.
It's for the birds.
So you don't like Scrabble?
No, not really.
All right.
But she also liked puzzles, like, or jigsaw puzzles.
Right.
Well, that's
And I was
why
like,
you give her the
I
puzzle of your
can't.
personality. You don't give it all right
I
away.
can't.
You gotta slowly.
To me, it's such a waste of time. Just
turn
like
that real-
Words with Friends, waste of time.
The puzzle you'll never solve.
Yeah.
Stan.
Definitely not. Definitely. It'd take you 1,000 years. And even then, you only crack the surface.
right.
Hi, everybody. We are,
Hey.
Last time we did one was an episode was over a month ago. So
Been a
nearly a
while.
month ago.
It was so hot that we were like, the technology can't hold our voices.
It's true.
And we were just like, oh, we have to reset, we have to rebalance,
Bacon.
we have to put ourselves back together like Humpty Dumpty, and all the horses and all the kings.
No, he wasn't. They weren't able to put them back together. So.
Well, that's why we're the opposite of Humpty
Well, you said
Dumpty.
We're
when
Dumpty
you didn't
Humpty.
say that though. You said we put ourselves back together like Humpty Dumpty. He was able to.
Well, I mean, it was I was kind of paraphrasing and not really following the true story of
The
Humpty
legend?
I mean, yes. It is a German legend.
The
which
idiom.
the idiom.
I think
yeah.
it's a real German legend. It's true.
It's a fable.
It's happened
Well, was it,
because he doesn't have to necessarily be an egg. They never
Well,
say egg. In
well,
there.
no, they
it
do.
was a cannon originally,
No,
right?
they do.
Yeah.
Wasn't Humpty a cannon?
A
Yeah.
cannon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
That
a-
fell off a.
And then for kids, they turn them into an egg.
No,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't think you guys know what you're talking about.
No, hey, I used to.
Oh, no, that's true.
If there's any laureates out there,
That's true.
Please.
Obviously, you
This
didn't-
Mandela effect, is that what this is?
Yeah.
Is that
I
what
mean,
this is?
I guess you never read Canterbury Tales in school because
That
there was
does not
there,
Humpty
no,
Dumpty, dude.
there was a part of it where they did cover the origin of Humpty Dumpty, and he is in fact.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
It's canon.
Can't.
It's canon.
Oh,
for
it's can't.
Canton.
Ah.
That was our episode, everybody.
All right, have a good night, everybody.
Hey.
We got a lot of stuff to talk about because there's been a lot of stuff that's come out since we last got together. We're all got different schedules, and Watson's been working a lot. Which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Well, it is kind of
Lose your job, you son.
Yeah, just do this for no money.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
It's true. I can live off from table scraps.
Well, you're not even gonna get that with this. You're not even gonna get that. Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's been coming out. We've had a lot of work stuff, personal stuff going on. So we finally got together, and so we've got a lot of stuff to talk about. Let's start off with the one that's somewhat new. It's been out for a while, but we all went to go see it, and we're all pretty much floored by it. Spider-Man: Brand New Day.
What is this little movie?
It's a little independent film. Was made for about $5 million. Actually, even less than that. It was below Obsessions.
This is the year of small independent movies.
It was below. Obsession was made for $750,000. I think they made this for like $500,000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
some up and coming new actors.
Some guy Holland something. I'm not sure. I don't know. Who that is.
Is he from Holland? Is that?
I think so. That
makes sense.
Sir Holland. Yes.
Yes.
From Holland. Spider-Man: Brand New Day. It was a film that we were all anticipating for a while.
Yes.
What did you guys think of it, and why did you think it was awesome? Because we all thought it was awesome, I think. Ooh. But I don't know. Chad might disagree.
Jump right to awesome, huh?
Yeah.
That was a big assumption on your end.
Wow.
But,
okay.
You teed them up.
The fact that we are in fact nerds. I mean, no nerd is going to immediately just go, "This was amazing. This was the best." If
a nerd likes something,
there are some who would. But I mean, there were problems. Like I thought it was a good movie. But I didn't think it was.
I didn't know it was gonna be Chad.
The best.
Here we go.
Spider-Man movie.
Tell us why, Chad.
Okay.
What did you think was out of all the Spider-Man movies? What did you think is the best?
The best.
And out of Tom Holland's series, which one do you think is the best?
Well, out of all the whole series, starting with Tobey and here, I would say Spider-Man 2 of Tobey's is the best Spider-Man movie. And I mean, like, as much as cheese that movie has in it, there's also just this heartfelt moments, and they're kind of untainted, or not untainted, but unchanged or unmodernized plot lines that that they stick to the comics into that. And like I'm not a stickler for it's got to be the same as the comics, whatever. Well, you got to change it up sometimes. So, but the thing is, like, it's so true to Spider-Man in that movie, it's hard to top that for me. And like this one is good, but they did so many allusions to Spider-Man 2 that I was like, all right, you're just really copying, being a lesser version than this original film. And
if you're gonna copy from the best.
And I mean, the movie's called Brand New Day. Barely any brand new people in this movie. Like, it's all except maybe like one or two, but like.
Well, it's a brand new day for him. I don't think it's a brand new. It's not supposed to be brand new people. He's kind of starting over to an extent with his life.
That's the thing. We kind of glide or glaze over his Brand New Day because it does a time jump from of like 4 years from the beginning of the movie to where the movie starts in there. And I was like, I wanted to see him adjust like to everything. I don't want to see after the fact. Right. And I get it. His character in this movie is supposed to be obsessed with being Spider-Man, but again, the nerd in me is like, okay, well, if this Disney universe is connected, then I barely get a reference of Daredevil season 2 affecting the city in the way that it did, or what was he doing while Daredevil was, protecting the city in season 2, Born Again, and it's just like I wanted some more connection with the city. It just felt very like you could have put Spider-Man. Like Spider-Man didn't even have to be in New York in this, and it would have been the same movie to me.
I disagree.
I don't know about that. Yeah,
because as much as times where the New Yorkers interacted with him, it was minimal to the part of like he's saving people, but they could have been from any city. There was no There was no camaraderie. Like like obviously it's cheesy.
You mess with New York.
Yeah, you mess with him. You mess with all of us.
Yeah.
And I didn't need that scene. It's just the city didn't seem like a character here for him to win over because it seemed like everybody already
They're on board
with them.
Yeah.
And that's fine. But I just think that we didn't get to spend time with him. It was more about him and his feelings towards his friends that he misses from the last movie. Like, if you didn't watch the last movie, it would be, all right, well, he's obviously just, his story is just focusing on his friends, and like the whole mutation part, it was kind of glazed over real quick. It was like, okay.
Yeah, that I agree with.
And like, it was just, they told so many different stories in this movie that it didn't feel like a full-fledged Spider-Man movie. Not to take away from the acting was great, the action was really cool. It was just, this movie felt like a setup for movies to come. And like,
yeah, that's true.
And like the last quarter of this movie turned into an X-Men movie for me, and I was like, that's fine, but like, do that whole movie as, like, I wanted to see, like, with, you know, as X-Men will come into the MCU, there's going to be disgust for mutants. I want to see Spider-Man just show that disgust with himself. We didn't really get to sit with that. It's like, oh, I'm already handling this, and like the inclusion of the Hulk, you could have had any person that had mutating problems in there. And so, I don't know, it just felt checkboxy to me. And if anything, I would have loved him just focusing on his friends. That would have been fine. Because that's a big part of his life, too. So, I don't know. It felt flat. I still like the movie. It's just not as high up there as it is for other people, I guess, currently. So, I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
But
yeah, I agree on some of the parts you said there. I think it's one of the better looking Spider-Man movies.
Oh, of course, for sure.
You get a real sense of how vertical the city is. Like, you see like bits of him like hanging and stuff, and like him jumping from building to building looks incredible.
Yeah,
I think it looks better than anything that we've gone before with the Tom Holland stuff. I liked a time jump just because we've had 9 Spider-Man movies now of Spider-Man kind of being on the outs, and seeing him like it felt more like the video game where he's like working with the police, like he's showing up on the crime scene or showing at the damage control, and having some kind of sense of like, oh no, he is a hero in this city, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't need, like, I mean, of course we all want to see like Jameson trying to talk shit about him.
Yeah. But, I mean, I don't need the city hunting him. It's just like, I think, the thing you brought up of him working with the police, that's perfectly fine. But like him working with the police by using like flock cameras was a big.
That's a big one.
Like I was looking at some videos online of people talking about it, and like they've been kind of slowly incorporating that throughout the MCU. But the thing is that there's no morality behind using it. That I felt that I was like, you're just saying it's okay just because it's used to catch this one bad guy,
right?
You know, and I hope, you know, outside forces aren't like trying put these in the movie to influence whatever. But it just felt like that should have been a discussion, or at least one line in there at least, because Dark Knight had the line of Morgan Freeman saying this is wrong. And then they destroy it at the end.
And the cop was like
2008. This is a whole new world.
Exactly.
Well, that's the thing. It's even more real now.
Yeah.
So,
and the cop was like, "Well, I can't do this, but you're in a gray line here."
Yeah.
So,
but the fact that the cop said, we would be able to use that freely, but it's sort of illegal for you.
Right,
So they're
exactly.
saying, no, it's fine if I do it.
Yeah.
But so it's just like that kind of I kind of like how. Maybe he could have been listening to the cop. What's the cop radar thing called? Like
the scanner.
Scanner, and listening for crime. He doesn't have to be tech heavily influenced. Even though I get it, Tony Stark was in his life, and he's probably adopted some of the tech from him and whatnot. But like his AI, I was like, I get it, but like a lot of that AI was working for him. It didn't really. He didn't really have to figure out too much on his own. And
it's true.
I don't know. I just
like the jumps.
His struggle really. His only struggle in that movie was not his friends not remembering him, and then also this mutation that's happening.
Correct.
And they didn't really go into the one more than the other.
Yeah, I'd say pick one and just go with it. Yeah, like the mutation thing. I was really looking forward to see where that was going, and that for it to just be kind of like a confidence thing.
Yeah.
Of like, I mean, I get what they were saying, like he needed to, because he was
holding
concentrating
back.
so much
Yeah.
of being Spider-Man, and the whole thing is like he needs to have a little bit of his humanity
Yeah.
to kind of to balance him out.
But I mean, they couldn't do confidence because that would be
Spider-Man
2.
Yeah.
But that's also his anxiety in Spider-Man 2 as well. So that's the thing. I was like, you need to the mutation shouldn't have been a thing connected to his mental state. I think that's just the spider bite evolving.
Yeah.
And we could show his powers getting stronger and like.
Yeah,
you know,
I thought like the scene when he finally fights the hand.
Yeah.
I thought that was him embracing that,
Exactly.
like the animalistic nature, and finally like you'd see like extra arms growing out or something.
Yeah.
But it was just kind of him going, I'm good with this, and getting over it, which was a little bummer.
And then, instead of him like getting used to the organic webs, I would have liked him just like analyzing it more. Like, I don't know, more treating it more like this is something I can't just ignore, and like kind of, it just felt like it needed to be a bigger topic. Like the conversation between him and Bruce Banner was so brief and like and jokey that I was like, you guys are talking about a serious kind of thing going on. Like I don't. That's why I saw online someone suggest like, and I know they've done the Lizard already, but the Lizard would have been a perfect person for this because he
Kirk Connors,
yes, and like he could have already been the Lizard. He didn't have to be.
Yeah.
He didn't like it. Could have been a new Doc Connors, and he's been caught and stuff, and he's just talking to him about it, and like they both he borrows the inhibitor technology from him or something because like to have built it that quickly and be like, oh, we're fine,
right?
And then I was like, all right. So yeah, it's just like a lot of like everything happened for him so good and fast, and I was like, I don't believe this, and I know some people love it, but I was just like, there was just those flaws for me, and I was like, and with the plot of this movie, I was like thinking back to Tom Holland's Spider-Man 2 with Mysterio. He is his biggest villain in a sense because he caused No Way Home and this movie to happen by the implications of what he did in that one. And I was like, that'd be cool if he was still alive because like he could be pretending to be the J. Jonah and like being behind the scenes the whole time, and because he really doesn't have his own villain other than Mysterio and Vulture. And like the villains in 3 were from other universes, so it's just like it sucks that we had to give it to Jean Grey here, but like I just
you had Scorpion in there,
but like
you had Tombstone for 2 minutes,
for a little bit,
for like
not even 2
minutes,
minutes, like 3 seconds.
Thing, like, Jean Grey could have possessed all those villains we saw, and then we got to see all the villains. Like, so why just score? So, it's just like it's so. It was disappointing because I was excited for Scorpion. I love Michael Mando as an actor. He was great in oh my god, Bob Odenkirk.
Better Call Saul.
Better Call Saul, and also he was great as the villain in Far Cry 3. He gets praised for that.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like the fact that we don't get to see him play himself because the second time we see him, he's possessed by Jean Grey. I was like, all right, I guess that's it that's the 2 scenes we get with Scorpion. I was like, okay, I guess that's it. So I don't know, and they use him in the promo, so it's misleading. It's like,
there was a lot of like no one really knew going into it what obviously everyone was kind of saying who would Sadie Sink play, but I didn't know she was going to be that crucial to the plot.
Right.
Like, I thought she was more of a side character.
I was hoping, it would be because like when I didn't want it to be Jean Grey for the longest time, and I was like, it probably is her.
Right.
And then I was like, I hope she's just not the main bad guy, which she isn't technically, but
the big rumor was Mr. Negative was going to be involved, and I would have loved that. But
I mean, that's why I was saying like Brand New Day. We didn't meet brand new people because you could have used this movie to introduce so many people in Tom Holland's Peter's life that we haven't seen yet and like could see and like set up that, but we were busy setting up an X-Men movie, so that's why I'm just like, and the only 2 people of Peter's life we really get to see is MJ and Ned, and then a little bit of Frank there, and so it's just like it felt like a missed opportunity in this movie, and that's probably why I left
more
her.
of Frank than you do of Ned, I think, in this.
And I not necessarily bad, but it was just like I don't think they effectively used Frank that well enough either. So
definitely toned down Frank for sure.
And that's fine. You have to do it for this type of movie, but it's just like him versus the Hulk, I didn't believe at all. That was like, I get it turned into a joke at a point, but it was just like, why would he even think about keep fighting? Like, oh, just screaming while he shoots like.
No, it's Punisher.
But still, the Hulk would have just smacked him. But instead, they had him just holding his hands up. I was like, I guess I don't know. And then
I mean that's essential. I mean, like I do think Punisher would just go in guns blazing.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Knowing the odds
he's trying to
save
save Peter
against.
Yeah,
right.
And like what do you call it? Oh my God, Hulk. His inhibitor. Like if you didn't really watch She-Hulk, I guess you would have missed his inhibitor on there. So I was just confused in the movie.
Yeah,
like why
I was a little. They didn't quite. There was some timeline stuff with that because like so he's done with being Smart Hulk now.
Yeah, that was a little weird that we didn't really get a backstory on that.
Because Peter's asking like, "Oh, is Jean in your brain?" And he's like, "No, Banner, no Jean. You know, like it's just Savage Hulk."
Right.
And so I'm like, "What? When did that happen?" But,
yeah, and I think some stuff might have happened on screen, but it's like I think that's why like they should have had 2 conversations with him and Bruce Banner, and like because I was reading up on it, and I was like, why does he have the inhibitor? And they were explaining on his arm was able to heal better in human form than as the Hulk because of the radiation from the snap was affecting the gamma radiation in his gamma radiated body. So like one hand needed to heal the other. Like
was this said somewhere, or was just like?
This is what online was saying, but maybe it was said in She-Hulk episode. I just don't recall that taking place. So I was just like, yeah. I mean, I'm glad Savage Hulk is back though, but it's just like,
was this the best use of Savage Hulk though?
Yeah, no. I think that this movie would have been so entertaining to see Spider-Man try to stop him from hurting the rest of the city. And like that kind of showing the destruction that Jean was causing is they kept it so small and contained, but I was like, she did kill a lot of people.
Yep.
Yeah, she did.
She did run a tank through the city.
Yeah, and she was gonna have
a personnel carrier,
old lady be a suicide bomber, pretty much. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
It's like because if Spider-Man didn't stop it, that's what would have happened.
She took a guy and threw him in the middle of a car.
Yeah, middle of traffic.
So
that
killed
guy's
him.
Yeah.
Threw Jean Grey off, or not Jean Grey. Threw Mary Jane off the top of a building.
And like, if you think about it, she didn't really necessarily have to do that because he only came in contact with her because she went out of her way to contact Spider-Man through other people. I'm like, you could have just been focusing on getting Metzner and the company. Like, and you're that powerful, you could have jumped into some security guard's body
and just walked in the facility. Yeah.
So it's like it just felt like a roundabout way. I was like, I don't believe that's why. And someone was saying instead of Jean Grey, it should have been Emma Frost, and I was like, that makes total sense.
Total sense.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And like you could have still had mutants involved in that.
Yeah.
So it's just I don't know. It was too many flaws for me that stood out. But all in all, it was still an entertaining movie. It was just I felt a little hollow leaving the theater.
No, I agree. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, overall, I think the movie was well done. But yeah, I think there's, like you said, Chad, I think there's some things that were like a little weird because Jean Grey never answered for any of the terrible kind of shit she did, which is weird, you know?
I mean, I was just going to say I have leeway with that only because...
Well, if we don't see it in the next movie...
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously she's got to make up for it.
Yeah. But if she doesn't, then it's going to be like, what the fuck, you know?
I'm so sorry. And then the guy goes, get off me, mutant. And then hits her in the face. And then they're like, oh. And then Xavier rolls up. You see a wheel of a wheelchair come over. And he's like, it's all right. I don't know what voice he'll be doing.
Well, the guy's, he's American.
Oh, is he American?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But maybe Xavier's is now like Juvie Hall.
Yeah, that's true. It's a Juvie Hall for me. I mean, if they're trying to be realistic, that kind of works.
I mean, that's what New Mutants was.
Oh, really?
Well,
I never got to see that.
Oh, it was a psych ward.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
yeah, I mean, it was, there was a lot of parts of the film that I definitely enjoyed. I think it was well done overall. It was entertaining. I mean,
the suit looked great.
Yeah. Some of his tech was interesting. We were just talking about that. The movie the budget was 225, and it's made 2.2 billion already.
Two Billies.
Two Billy.
Two Billy.
So obviously I'm a dummy head dumb.
We know nothing.
Yeah, we don't know.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Don't listen to us. What did you guys think of Jean's Grey story overall? Was it interesting?
I think so. I think like I liked the search for the sister aspect of it, and like it was more of a straight revenge tale. Like, hey, this government group took my sister. I'm gonna go track them down. And then the VMAX reveal was actually very well done, I thought.
Yeah, she keeps going after this thing called VMAX. She wants to know what it is. Breaks in the facility. I thought it was like maximum
security.
Me too, or some type of like drug or something they injected into her, something like that.
Venom, maybe.
Yeah, venom. Something like that. And as it turns out, it's her sister who's being tortured in this room, where the air conditioning system says V, and there's something scratched out, Max.
Like the last thing she saw.
The last thing she saw. So that's what she was telepathically able to send her a message saying VMAX.
Yeah.
So that's what Jean Grey thinks her sister is.
Yeah.
Or has been transformed into, or some kind of project that worked on her. But that's what they're hinting at the entire movie. So it was really interesting to see that. Like, no, that's actually.
I thought that was done. That was played well.
Yeah, very well.
I just think they should have gave Metzner. I forget the actor's name from Severance. But his character's name Metzner. But
yeah,
I feel like they should have gave him more to do, because it just felt like, I know he's supposed to be this evil guy, but I didn't feel it.
Yeah, Tremel Tillman.
Yeah, Tillman. Yeah. And like he's sitting in front of her, but he's not like, holding it over. He's not like menacingly. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't hate him. I mean, I hate him, but I didn't hate him.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah.
So
he also basically played the same character from Severance. Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, like, because Metzner is a bigger character, so I was like, I want him to think she's disgusting. That type of
like real hateful.
Yeah, like I want him to feel like 12 years a slave. He's the slave master type of disgust.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, because on the X-Men '90s show, that's what we got from all the like side characters. Be like, get out of here, mutant,
the French humanity kind of aspect of it.
Like if nowadays if they don't do that in these future X-Men movies, I'm like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, it's true.
Like you're gonna make everybody that hates mutants like, they're not that bad, but I don't like, like you're gonna make us feel sorry for these people. No, they hate mutants. They're bad people, and then some of them can change, obviously, but then there are those that are just like, I'm making sentinels and I'm gonna block them all up.
Well, I remember one of the most powerful scenes from the X-Men, 90s animated series was there's because there's people who are hating on mutants, and they're so they're corner this guy, and it's like a 5-second scene, and the guy's just very hairy, but he's a mutant.
Oh,
I remember that? And it's like this crowd's like descending on him. He's like, guys, I don't have any special powers. I'm just a mutant, and they beat the shit out of him. Like, oh my god,
early on in
it's just like and that like 3-4 seconds, whatever it was, 5-second scene made you really feel sorry for like a lot of mutants are being persecuted for no reason, And
that's when I don't feel bad that an X-Men kills a person. Right. I'm like, I mean, they were all.
Overall, I mean, what did you guys enjoy sitting through it? Did you?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, absolutely.
It was a good movie.
I thought it was a good movie. The Tom Holland ones, it's maybe the second best one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I still have a real like I love Homecoming.
Homecoming is really good. Yeah,
it's really solid.
Yeah.
Like, and there's that scene always gets to me is the one where Vulture's knocked down the building on top of him, and he's crying out for help, and he just sounds like a little boy.
I know.
Yeah.
And then he just starts saying like, "Come on, Spider-Man!
Come on, Spider-Man!
Because
come on, Spider-Man!"
Like, Peter, you can't, and Peter can't do it, but then he's like, Spider-Man can. And that scene is like one of my favorite.
It's so good, especially because he starts off like, "Come on, Spider-Man," and he gets louder and more confident. He says, "Come on, Spider," and that's straight from the comic book.
Yeah,
that one scene he's holding up the.
And that is a better way of doing a panel from a comic book.
For sure.
Have it in motion instead of just like a quick montage. Yeah. Like, I don't want to see a montage.
You didn't like the montage at the beginning?
I didn't care. Like, I mean, I love comic books, but if you did it in a scene like they did in Homecoming, I'd be like, this is great. This is amazing. And I don't have any connection to the scene. It's like so abrupt. Next scene.
Right.
I'm like, I want to connect to this Spider-Man that has become the Spider-Man that I hopefully love from, him, everybody forgetting who he is or Peter. And I'm just like, okay, this is a chance to win me over, but I don't get that moment of, or I don't get a good comic book moment like that with this movie.
How's Peter paying rent for that spot?
And yeah, that was another thing.
That's a big spot. That's a big spot. You know,
and
I guess whoever
Manhattan too.
whoever owns that forgot to charge rent too, so they forgot about that.
Well, I mean, he did move rooms from. He was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, can I get the up in the attic?"
Yeah.
because he
The
hated-
storage space. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, maybe that was free up there. I don't know, but he still had to plug.
Not
stuff
in New York.
The thing was the size of like the loft in Friends. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's just another thing. Like, you know, Spider-Man's biggest thing is like having to choose between a normal life with people and then being Spider-Man. Here, that's not really the case. Obviously, because he's focusing on being Spider-Man, but like he would still need a job. He would still need to go to some kind of school. Like I think he went to community college in New York.
Empire State.
Yeah. And like we didn't even get to him seeing. I mean, I don't necessarily need to see him run late to class or but like him struggling managing that because.
Right.
But if he didn't go to school for those 4 however many years and he was like, I'm gonna be Spider-Man, I was like, well, all right, now.
I was waiting for someone to start screaming "Rent!"
Yeah,
Rent!
And he's like, I made these cookies.
Because it was the girl that was downstairs. I was like, is that the girl?
Oh
from
yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah,
Yeah,
they were trying to do.
Yeah.
But no, I was like, okay. I was like, she was blonde. I was like, oh, is she Felicia Hardy?
Yeah.
Are they doing that? But no introduction of new characters.
Well, I like the way this movie ended with. It looks like him and MJ are not getting together.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it looks like she's like, look, I don't know you. You know, I don't remember you.
Yeah.
You have all these memories of me, but I'm not connected to you like that. So, I mean, I liked him and Ned getting back together.
Yeah. I was like, that's a. I mean, him memorizing I was like, all right, God. I mean, that's. I would only give that to him because he's like possibly magic.
Yeah.
So I was like, he can maybe remember.
But I hope they lead into more like Black Cat showing up like hey, Peter's dated a lot of girls in the comics.
Exactly.
Yeah. And
that's why I was just like, there's so many people you can introduce in this movie. You don't need to give them a huge part. They could just say hi, or they can in pass like Felicia Hardy could have been a secretary at the image control at the so it's like there's so many possibilities to introduce characters and they did not do that.
Yeah.
And that's why I was disappointed.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I think the movie was overall well done. I do have one major issue with it.
This one I don't care about.
Which, well, you should.
No.
Well, you should, though.
Not really.
Well, you should. Yeah, but you should.
Because he had the night nurse.
No, he didn't.
Yeah,
no, he didn't. At the end of the film, there's 3 little things with it, all related to Punisher. First of all, Punisher would not call the vehicle in the beginning of the film a tank. It's not a tank. He was in the military, so he would know that it's not a tank. A tank is a tracked vehicle with a turret and main gun. What we had in the beginning was an armored personnel carrier, not a tank. So everybody else calling it a tank, including Spider-Man, it's
Makes
okay.
sense.
I pass. I give it a pass because everybody, tank. You guys just said it right now. It's not a tank. Punisher would not call it that because Frank Castle was in the Marine Corps, so he would know. And he was in combat arms in the Marine Corps.
Did he call it a tank?
He called it a tank. Like, no, he wouldn't have called it a tank. Anyway, that's a small one. Let that go. Then I could kind of, to an extent, let the other one go, where he shoot at the end of the film. Frank Castle's trying to take out Mary Jane, or Jean not Mary Grey. Jane, Jean Grey. So first of all, he uses a very large caliber, very far away range rifle.
Yeah, he's over 1,000 meters away, right?
Yeah,
because I think that's how long they
I guess, yeah, but I mean,
100 meters.
I think so, something like that.
He uses a Barrett 50 cal sniper rifle. Okay, fine, but a 50 cal round is, I mean, it's the projectile itself is like 3 inches, something like that. It's huge. I know I use these in Afghanistan. I use these in the military, so I know. So he shoots him with this round. We don't exactly see where he shoots him, but somehow he hits him. Mm-hmm. Okay, now I know for a fact that he didn't hit him directly because Peter Parker's chest would have exploded literally, and that'd be the end of Spider-Man.
Would be a great way to end the movie.
But yeah,
I mean, people were saying he was going to die, and then they bring him back in circuit course. And
maybe he grazed him, but even a graze from a 50 cal was pretty traumatic. But okay, whatever. Can let that go. But the one that I do no, this is Chad doesn't care, but I do. At the end, Frank actually accidentally hits Spider-Man because he's trying to aim for Jean Grey. So he takes him to the hospital and walks in. Can somebody help me, please? Help me! Frank Castle has been established from the last season of Daredevil and just everything that Punisher's been in up to this point. This new iteration of Marvel, that he's extremely wanted.
Yeah,
he's on every state, federal, and local agency, law enforcement agency wants him. He's killed cops. He's killed tons of other people. Mm-hmm. It's established in the last Daredevil season that he's very wanted. He's established in this film that he's wanted because he's on the run and hiding in some fucking dockyard, some dry dock somewhere. So he's able to walk in. Okay, I could kind of see him dropping Peter off and then running off. Right. But no, the next shot you see is as they're working on Peter and like in the ER, he's sitting outside in the waiting area like a concerned mother, like, oh my gosh, I hope Peter's okay, just sitting there. And then at the end of the film, he's sleeping by Peter's bedside when Peter wakes up. But he's like, and then he allows him he poses Spider-Man so Peter can get away. What the fuck? Like, no, dude, he's wanted by every single law enforcement agency you can think of. The second, and you see NYPD outside the building. Right. Even if
he should be in cuffs.
He should be in cuffs. Not only that, I think an NYPD officer just shoot him in the head the second he saw him, because he's killed. Whatever that ICE type agency was that was in the last task force. Yeah, he killed like 40 of those guys. Yep. They're still technically NYPD. So like NYPD been like, okay, maybe I may not agree with those guys and may not agree with Wilson Fisk, but like you're still cops, and even if like you're still a murderer,
there's no cops posted at the door, the room either.
Exactly, But there's obviously cops in the hospital.
Right. I'll say
somebody would have seen him and just shot him in the head.
Spider-Man is buddy with the chief, the lady. Oh yeah. And then also
not that buddy.
No, I mean they're talking over the phone like, "Hey, how's it going?
How's your kids?"
Yeah, well, not that buddy. It's like, there's a guy in here that killed cops. Great, we're just gonna let him go.
He injured a cop when he lost control and he destroyed that car with the cop in it.
Yeah, it was an accident. He didn't shoot him in the head like he did the task force agents who were all NYPD still.
But that was years ago. That's 4 years.
That wasn't years.
Yes, it was.
No, it's not years.
Yeah, no. The time jump in the beginning of Spider-Man is 4 years.
I was in the bathroom when the movie started. So
jeez.
Oh yeah.
But still, it doesn't matter. 4 years. Okay. So what? So in T2, they're looking for they ask Sarah Connor like, hey, you saw this guy? But that's he shot a bunch of cops back in the 80s, and this is now in the 90s.
Well, that scenario in Terminator 2 is based in reality. This is based in the MCU, which is. Already, come on.
There's
aliens. There's
come on. Come on. No. What a cop out. No.
And we watched in the Punisher one-shot movie, like, he can just walk around the street and get an apartment.
That's different. No, he's walking around on the street. That's different. He's not in a hospital where there's cops.
They'd still recognize him if they drove past him.
Okay, so they just go, there goes Frank Castle.
Yeah, come on. Let me get out of the car and arrest him.
No.
Yeah. What do you mean no?
He's in a hospital that's surrounded, and there's cops outside. Come on. No.
Yeah. I mean, what we don't even know what.
I even said it in the theater. I was like, "Wait, he's a wanted Matt? How's he?"
I just hope that they release the Rosario Dawson scenes at some point, because maybe that will cover.
That could explain it. Yeah,
because maybe
she's like, we'll cover you.
I didn't tell him what room he's in or something like that.
Well, I didn't get to the other part where apparently Rosario Dawson's part was cut in the film, and she's the night nurse, and I was like, oh, she probably covered.
Okay, now if they did cut it,
she filmed it.
Yeah, if they did cut it, then that's a crime, because they should be like. It should be, if there's a scene with her saying like, Frank, what are you doing here? You're wanted.
Yeah.
Like, I got to watch out for the kid. Okay, let me put you in because he does look like he's not in a waiting room. He's like in some kind of closet. Yeah. So it's like, all right. So maybe she put him in there. Yeah. I'll keep you out as to hang out, but I'll try to hide you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. You need 10 seconds of that. But no.
It's like I
release the cut, Marvel.
Yeah.
The sniper shot that Frank made was less believable than that for me. I was just like, there's no way.
Yeah, it's a little
like the scope he was using on that. I was like, no way you would have made that shot. And I was like, get out.
It's possible.
That's why the leap of belief. I was like, fine, yeah, he's in the hospital.
That's a little more believable than him walking into a hospital being wanted by every federal agency, state, local agency. So
unless he had like an AI scope with a drone out in the middle of the water to help align the shot. I just don't see him doing it.
It's possible with that. With that rifle, it's possible. It's
I'm not saying that shot isn't possible.
I think what's less plausible is that that round hit Peter Parker, and he didn't explode literally.
But I would say his evolved body with the mutation, he's able to
more resilient.
Yeah, his skin is more resilient than a human's.
No.
Yeah.
Not for
What do you
50
mean?
no.
He's a superhero.
No, dude.
Not every superhero can get shot and then
Hulk. I believe it. Hulk. Yeah.
Well, Hulk, he's impenetrable.
Not,
I'm not saying Spider-Man's impenetrable. I'm just saying his skin's strong enough where it wouldn't explode. It would just
bounce off
like,
of him.
No, it'd be like a bullet go through, rip right through.
No.
Yeah.
No, not this bullet, dude.
Yeah.
It's designed to kill armor.
Like
no.
So you're saying that bullet would rip open Winter Soldier and Captain America?
Fuck yeah.
And it would also rip
Fuck
open.
Yeah,
Well, I didn't get to the character.
Okay,
You said,
go.
It would rip open Black Panther
Yeah, definitely.
with the suit on.
Oh, the suit on, no. But that's different. That's designed to absorb that's design. It's different.
It's got to be a vibranium bullet.
Well, I mean, that would work too.
Okay, so I'm looking at the actual Marvel wiki.
Okay.
He has enhanced durability.
Okay, yeah, not for 50 cal.
He possesses enhanced muscles and tissue density.
Yeah, we know that.
He can survive massive falls, crashes, and punches from
We know
superpowered
that.
enemies.
We know that.
But he is not bulletproof.
But
His durability does not make him bulletproof or immune to sharp objects, knives, bullets, and
exactly.
attacks.
Thank you.
He
Boom.
can still get stabbed.
Mic drop.
Shot.
I didn't say he could not be penetrated by any object. I'm saying he could probably not explode from a big 50 cal bullet.
He would explode for a 50 cal bullet, dude. Anything would explode for a 50 cal bullet, dude. Those are massive rounds, dude. We got a lot of project. They're designed to punch through armor. It's like steel.
Yeah, his durable skin is like steel.
The APC in the beginning of the film. It's designed to kill those. It's designed to punch through the armor and destroy them.
If anything,
doesn't always do it,
because he took that the grenade that he shot at Spider-Man initially. He shot him with one first.
Oh yeah,
and he took that fine. That didn't go blow him up.
That wasn't a 50 cal, so.
But it was a grenade.
Point blank.
It was a point blank grenade.
And he survived a couple of hits from Hulk as well.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah. Well, I think this movie has a lot.
I think a Hulk is stronger than a 50 cal bullet.
Yeah, maybe.
What do you?
Maybe.
Get the hell out of here.
Let me shoot Hulk with a 50 cal bullet. Let me see how he does.
Yeah, he'll be like, oops.
He'll just bounce off him.
Yeah. They were shooting it in the Incredible Hulk when he's running on the campus. They shot him with the 50 cal mounted on the Humvees.
That doesn't count.
What are you talking about?
That doesn't count. We're peeking so much.
I know.
It's fine.
I love it.
Overall, look, it was a good movie. Aside from those 3 quips that I have, I agree with a lot of Chad is saying though. I get it. Where would I rate this in terms of Tom Holland movie? Yeah, probably second to last. Yeah, I still like the first one as well. Yeah, I think that's the best one. So,
Did you like the Black Widow scenes?
Black Widow scenes.
Yeah, the scenes are in the bathhouse.
Oh yeah. She
fine.
kind of felt fine. It was it
could have been anybody.
She felt a little shoehorned in. Yeah,
it felt very last minute.
Yeah,
but like the thing is though, like I understand the Avengers or the new Avengers are in New York City, but you have Doctor Strange. He already knows, and he did see Bruce Banner. But there's, he could have even went to jail to visit Matt Murdock, or he could have.
Yeah,
well, in terms of the story, he needed someone with government connections.
Right.
That's true, and then he could still have contact with Nick Fury in some sense, or there's lots of people.
Yeah.
I mean, so I understand Avengers was an easy grab because like they're newly evolved and like Sam Wilson could have been there, or like I don't know. It's just like I do like her as a character, Black Widow, but I was just like, also if you look at her, it's like, what do you mean you handle ground level stuff? You've been doing ground level stuff until now. So I would say that in itself is funny in that if you're thinking about that, but if you're not, you're just like, well, breaking it down, it would be just like blah blah blah, whatever. But no, I think I kind of wanted him to see another character that's in New York because there's so many heroes. It's ridiculous how many heroes are in New York.
Yeah.
So it's just like, okay,
I was bummed we didn't get to see Daredevil. Especially dealing with the hand in there. I thought it was a shoe-in,
right,
to have Daredevil
that was a cock
pop
tease.
up. Yeah.
Right.
I was like, oh, they're just like, oh, we're unemployed.
Yes.
Like, what?
That was kind of strange. They were working with
when they're undead ninjas. Like,
yeah,
they're not like you're your standard ninja group.
And they get a new, even if their head of their clan died, they get a new person that leads the.
It's the 5 fingers of the hand.
Yeah.
So and R.I.P. to the head of the hand from the TV show. She passed away. I forget her name.
Yes.
Yeah.
Madame Gao.
Madame Gao.
Yeah.
She passed away recently.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I mean, and I don't think that influenced their choice with the hand, but I was like, it's just like, I'm disappointed we didn't get more hand too.
Yeah, true. And you guys recommend this, obviously, right?
Yeah, no,
no, you shouldn't go see it. Wait, it's already made $2 billion.
It's already $2 billion.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
If you haven't seen it, just wait at home, stream it on Disney.
Yeah.
Maybe buy it if you want it. Support physical media if you want, because that's what you got to do.
The 4K.
Exactly.
4K it comes with Blu-ray, digital code, so you get all 3 in 1. That's the smart way to pull it. Otherwise, what are you doing?
Steel box? You like the steel box?
Not necessarily. Because sometimes it's lacking in things, and like I like a barcode on the back so I can scan it from my collection on my telephone app.
There we go.
There's an app to scan?
Yeah, there's a bunch of collecting apps and stuff where you just you kind of scan the barcodes of all things. You can do it for your figures and stuff like that, and it just keeps it so I can reference them. If I'm at a store and I'm like, do I have this movie?
Well, you can't do it because you throw away the boxes, but yeah.
Well, no, the ones I don't take, they're not all out of their boxes yet.
Oh, okay.
So I've been able to scan, but you can also search them, type them in, and search it and click on it. So you don't need the barcode all the time.
Oh, okay.
But, it's there. It's a nerdy thing to do, but us
That's what
nerds, we have to keep track of things, or you might buy it twice.
We are into the nerdom.
You might be like, do I have this? Oh shit! I bought a second one of this.
That's a good idea. But yeah, as that movie was successful, we also have End of Oak Street, which has not quite been as successful in terms of the box office, and this is what can I say about End of Oak Street? It's stars Anne Hathaway, stars Ewan McGregor, directed by David Robert Mitchell.
From It Follows.
It Follows, yeah. Bad Robot put it out. End of Oak Street is a film that I feel, first of all, the plot is a family wakes up one day after a bad storm and their street has literally been transported to the prehistoric times, to the age of the dinosaurs, and now they have to, their entire neighborhood, and so they have to kind of figure out a way how to survive before they can find a way to jump back to their own time. It's a kind of like a time warp that has taken their entire street and moved it to the prehistoric era. Dinosaurs, it's basically a dinosaur movie. It's a survival dinosaur film. They're literally surrounded by prehistoric jungle, and dinosaurs come into the neighborhood and making them lunch and dinner. Look, we keep complaining about everything's a remake, everything's a reboot, everything's a sequel. Nowadays, that's true. We get a lot of that shit. So when we get new stuff that comes out, even though it's not entirely like a new concept, I do appreciate it when they're taking a chance and making something that's somewhat original, mostly original. End of Oak Street. It's a crazy concept. You take a suburban street in the early 80s.
Yeah, 1982.
And you transport it to the age of the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Like, what a weird concept. I mean, you can take any concept from the movies that we loved growing up. Back to the Future. Oh, some crazy scientist and a kid invent a time machine, and they go back in time to the 80s, from to the 50s from the 80s.
Yeah,
that sounds weird and kind of dumb and kind of boring, but it's not. This kid, the scientist, they clone dinosaurs from this park, and they all escape and cause havoc. Yeah, okay. This is something like along those lines. I think they try their best. I'm glad that this movie exists just because they are trying new things. It's not doing well in the box office. The budget was $92 million. That's not including the marketing budget. It's currently at 86, which means it's already bombed because it's already like 3-4 weeks out. Anne Hathaway and Ewan McGregor are two of my most favorite actors, so I think that they do an amazing job carrying it. I appreciate that they have two actors who play their kids in this. Those are kind of like known, not huge unknowns. The boy's done stuff. Yeah. Maisie Stella, who plays a daughter, has not done. She's fairly new, it seems. So I appreciate it when they also bring in new actors who also don't fit that model of like, they're these very good looking glamour model kids. You know what I mean? Like they kind of look like average kids. Like I appreciate that. So I don't think the film does a great job of executing this film in general. It's okay. But there was something, they're definitely trying to go for an 80s, 90s kind of survival horror kind of movie like Jurassic Park. But there's something off. It feels something feels off about it. What do you guys think?
Okay, so listen. Things I liked about it was, usually you get these movies and it's like, no, we've got to, this is part of nature and we have to respect nature and respect these animals and their way of life and everything. Now this is just, let's shoot them in the fucking head.
Right.
They're giant dinosaurs trying to eat us. I like that.
Yeah.
I want more movies like that.
Correct.
I love that concept. I think the acting was stellar. Like Ewan McGregor does a great job playing this kind of ditzy kind of dad. Anne Hathaway, they give her a lot of meat on her character bones of being like, no, she's an unhappy wife. She's writing a book about basically leaving her family.
Right.
And this conflict of them showing up in the past makes her realize what she has and how they have to stick together as a unit against, because basically everyone in the neighborhood is eaten within the first 48 hours. Right. It looks like. There's a lot of logic leaps, a lot of flaws in this. I mean, I like there's no butterfly effect worry. Like we're gonna fuck up on this. No one gives a shit. We're just gonna fucking murder.
Well, them. When dinosaurs are eating your family, you don't attacking your. Yeah.
I think if you think logically, there's too many predatory animals in that one area.
Yeah,
that it doesn't make sense if you think of any kind of survival of any species. There wouldn't be that many predators. There would be a few predators, a lot more of the grazing type,
right?
And
they definitely should have concentrated on one or two major. Right.
Yeah. And no one seemed to be freaked out that these things are covered in feathers, which wasn't common knowledge in 1982. It was knowledge that we just recently in 2020.
I mean, I think
no one's like, why are these things covered in feathers?
Mm-hmm. Logically, I don't think people would care about that. Because I'd be too frightened to be even. Right. I wouldn't be thinking of it. Oh my god, dinosaurs.
I think it was interesting they chose that instead of the typical scaly.
No,
yeah. But nobody mentions it. But I didn't. I agree with you, Chad. People be like, I don't give a fuck. It's just trying to eat me.
There was. I mean, it's I don't think you needed it to be set in 82.
It was weird.
It could have been now.
Could have been now. It wouldn't have mattered.
Because everything once it went back in time, everything lost power anyway.
Exactly, yeah.
And cell phones weren't working.
That was again, they're trying to make the whole Stranger Things,
exactly.
Jurassic Park kind of 80s adventure kind of thing, which is
I
know
you're right. J.J. Abrams produced, and he loves early Spielberg and
Spielberg, exactly, yeah.
And so it's definitely felt that vibe.
Exactly, that's what he was going for.
But I was there's no real.
There's no reason. Yeah.
Well, I would say the available information on dinosaurs, because they were even going through the encyclopedia of the book,
right,
or encyclopedia of the time.
Oh yeah, those old school pictures.
It didn't really come into much play during the movie, but what he was looking at or reading, or even her being a fan of the daughter being a fan of Carl Sagan.
I thought that was going to be a big part.
I did
Me too. Yeah,
she was going to look up at the stars and realize.
We realized where are we? Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I think though, with the time of the dinosaurs of what this movie was, I think in 82 this is what people would think dinosaurs would be doing, just trying to eat you and stuff. So I can get it in that meta sense.
Okay.
Of it being just menacing dinosaurs, even though I do agree with you on there should have been less predatory animals and stuff like that.
Do you want what really bugged me? What pun intended was where are the insects? Back then there was the insects would have been gigantic, super poisonous,
huge cockroaches. Yeah.
You'd expect more people to get killed by insects than lizard type creatures.
Yeah, carnivores.
But also they weren't treating a lot of these dinosaurs we saw it with a friend of mine who's a big dinosaur fan, and he knows some. He was naming the dinosaurs, and I was like, oh, I thought that was a T-Rex. That's not a T-Rex, I guess.
Oh yeah.
It was
that was the thing too. Yeah, just the mix of
Allosaurus or something.
Yeah, you had an Allosaurus in there. You had a Spinosaurus in there, which Spinosaurus was in the early,
Cretaceous, I think. Yeah.
early Jurassic, and then like they are all in different time periods.
But he was saying like how they didn't really act like how an animal would react. Like there were times they did, like when the one raptor gets shot, it runs away.
Yeah.
Like when something gets hurt, they're not going to keep trying. They're going to book
right,
it out
exactly. Yeah.
So and that's cool. Like,
they'd also probably been freaked out by a car.
And me being not
blow your horn, and they would probably run away.
Not even thinking about that. I still like enjoyed the movie for what it was, because I was like, I initially thought it was aliens that transported them. I was like, oh, this is
me too.
And I was like, that would be predictable, and this was different than I thought it would be with wormholes. And that going into I thought we were going to get more of that with the Carl Sagan thing about wormholes stuff.
Yeah.
And I think with how the movie was going, they didn't have a chance to cover that plot line really, because they're more of like trying to push the deadbeat mom, which is a rare thing. We don't get that in movies a lot. And I was like, that's very interesting to get that side of a family, especially with the 80s. And I still think they did a good job with storytelling. There's obviously, there's loopholes and things like that, but it's just like, I think for what they were trying to do, they did good. It could have turned into Land of the Lost, for all sense and purposes.
I did have a giggle when like she goes to the library to look up that tree.
That was weird.
The librarian's like, that's one from
that looks like so. It's been extinct 200 million years. Like, how would you know? Yeah.
But and that's the thing. Like
you're not botanist.
Yeah.
That's the thing. This movie's already a leap of disbelief anyway. Yeah. So like I wasn't gonna knock down anything like. I was like, okay, this is all ridiculous anyway, so whatever. It's just gonna be constant thing. Like him hitting the Allosaurus with the sledgehammer. I was like, okay, that would really knock it over.
Yeah,
and it ringed its bell a little bit.
Yeah. No, it did, and I thought that was cool, a cool moment, and the fact they had the courage to have him get killed.
I was shocked.
Yeah,
by
me
that.
too. Me too. I didn't think I was
gonna.
gonna. Also, there was great reaction by Anne Hathaway, which is again these two very powerful actors.
Yeah.
Anne Hathaway, Ewan McGregor. When he's as the dinosaur's chomping down, she just kind of goes into like this like shock, and she just walks away like let's go.
Yeah.
And then like having like the kid break his like trying to jump into the wormhole and like missing the timing.
Yeah, I was so mad at that kid. I was like, you stupid.
That kid is the worst.
Yeah,
I was like him chasing after the dog. I was like, that dog's dead.
I can't blame him for that. But but he was a dumb thing to do, and then his sister just goes after him too.
Yeah,
it's like, what are you doing? I get it, but come on, dude.
No, they needed a way to draw the parents out. Of the house.
And I thought they were setting up when she goes and the basement's flooded.
Right.
I was like, and then we see the snake. I thought the snake would be in the basement.
Yeah, that would have made sense. Yeah,
which I was like, oh, they're setting that up for this big snake.
I think that was another problem of the movie. I get it; they got to do CGI, but if you're trying to do Jurassic Park here.
Yeah.
How about have something that is practical?
Yeah. I thought the snake was the most terrifying.
The snake was definitely terrifying,
but it was so quiet. It was just silent.
But like,
and then when it opened its mouth.
But like after Ewan got killed, when she was crying on the base. No. I was like, now I think all of them could die. I was just like, because I was like, oh, the family's going to be safe. Everyone else will die around them. But no, they surprised me with this. I was like, oh, the dad died. So I was like, there's potentially the kids could be the only survivors, and then when the kids are doing their own thing after that, and the mom's on the basement steps crying, and the water's just sitting there. I was like, oh, are they gonna kill her? I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But then they didn't. They had the snake sequence, and that whole sequence was great. Although, like, my friend kind of debated with after the snake got hit with the arrow, it would have just left. It wouldn't have. Kept vindictively hitting the door, and I was like, that makes sense.
It went into Slayer mode. Yeah.
But they wanted to give Anne Hathaway that dramatic moment of course, saving the kid. And I was like, that was a great scene.
I love that kid didn't hit one damn thing with that.
No,
nothing except for that big ass snake.
And I'm like, no, you're not.
No, it was not. Yeah.
But no, I thought there were fun moments.
Also, there was another moment. Speaking of Anne Hathaway going after that snake, there was a moment where I kind of wish that they had gone into this a little more, but they didn't. She's good with the rifle because they very quickly pan over a picture of her with a rifle like she's in when she was a kid, with the shooting competition. Why don't you just, they should have said something about that, because if you happen to look away at that or go to the bat, you would have how she's so good with the rifle. They don't, because she's steady and calm and she knows what she's shooting at.
I get what you mean by that, but I also like them not telling me, and I just like after
No, it's fine.
She
I get
shot
what you're
it
saying,
first,
but
and then like when we cut back to the house, the camera pans across the pictures, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
she's got a gun.
Right,
so
right.
Yeah.
She knows what she's doing.
But I wish that they had like said some, just one line, like, oh, mom knows what she's doing, whatever,
Yeah.
because the kids would have known that she knows how to shoot because the picture's up on the wall. So
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, overall, there's something. It feels off. Maybe because it's like CGI, or maybe because we've seen this kind of to an extent before. But again, I appreciate them.
Yeah, what was that?
Doing this?
Adam Driver
65.
65.
Oh, that one.
I was jokingly, if they looked over at the end of the street, he's down
He's
there.
there.
I never got to see 65.
As when Anne Hathaway's like cornered on the porch, and someone
like,
starts
what?
shooting him, and it's just him and Adam Driver like, "Come with me if you want to live."
But like I mean, this movie, the way I felt about it, or the excitement of them running from the dinosaurs, and I was like, this should have been the sequels to Jurassic Park.
Seriously,
like the past three, and then this obviously the newest Rebirth one. I was like, if you have the dinosaurs escape the island, we're not going to coexist with them, so have this be those films, and that would have been much more interesting.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, this is my Jurassic Park sequel here, even though obviously it has to do with time travel. But I was like, I like this better than what they've already done.
yeah.
I really thought when they showed back up in modern times,
Yeah.
there was going to be like a pan to, because they show back up minutes before the town gets taken in the bubble, and the street that they're on. I figured they would show a sign saying like Cloverfield Lane.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I thought
Some
this
people
was-
did think that.
I thought this
that'd
was all
have
going to
been
be
sick.
connected to the
That'd have been
Cloverfield
sick.
Lane.
That would have taken me out of it, because then I would like, that's
Yeah.
aliens then, and I was just
That's
like,
true.
I'd rather I like the whole concept of unknowing, not knowing, and like this is just a random time warp that transferred like that whole
Well, and
street.
I like it's like it brings back some of the dinosaurs
Yeah.
to modern day, and then it's like 80s America. We're just going to shoot them.
Exactly.
Yeah, of
and
course,
They just killed
yeah.
all,
We're going to
yeah.
capture
Yeah.
a few and then shoot.
Yeah, the
rest.
U.S. military's just out there just blasting them. Yeah,
And then like
which is what would happen.
Yeah. And I thought it was more interesting than a lot of the other films of the summer and stuff like that. So I thought it was a great job, and I thought it was actually from a book, but apparently
Me
not.
too.
I looked it up
Yeah.
and it was not.
That's his own original
yeah.
screenplay.
I was like,
yeah.
oh, that's cool.
David Robert Mitchell. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't see them doing a sequel, but like I could see it if they pushed it.
Right.
They could. Obviously, another time thing happens. So
We moved it through time again.
yeah.
Again, I give him credit for trying something new.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
And this 2026 has been a banger year for movies.
Mm-hmm.
So and trying different things. So you know what? Good for them. It's too bad it didn't make it. It's a bomb. It's a box office bomb. $92 million budget, again, not including the marketing budget.
It was a big marketing push.
So,
on
yeah,
this.
I will say, not as much marketing online though. It was more
Right.
like on some TV and movie theater trailers, but no ads popped up for me for this movie. So
Yeah.
I was like, I think that's part of why it didn't get a lot of people.
Also, I give the director, David Robert Mitchell, credit for a lot of his camera shots.
Yeah.
Pretty
Some
interesting,
interesting shots.
Yeah, he didn't have to
Sure.
do any of that, and he did. So I
Yeah.
was like, hey, good for him, man.
And I'm happy they showed the gore. They didn't.
Yes.
'cause a lot of dinosaur movies,
Yeah.
they cut away from it.
Yeah,
this
And
was
we just see
definitely-
that guy get torn apart. I was like,
I was telling someone, I was like,
Yeah.
it's more like Jaws than it is Jurassic
For sure.
Park. Like, you
Yeah.
definitely see a lot more brutal kills in
Yeah.
this.
Yeah,
You see
yeah,
a lot,
for sure.
A lot of old ladies getting chewed up.
Yep.
And the theater I was in, someone was in the back of the theater just cackling his head off.
Yeah.
Like when they're first running, and then someone comes out of the house, like, what's going on? And that Velociraptor just
Chomps her
on
head. Yes, me
This
too.
guy just burst
Yeah,
out.
dude, my whole theater started laughing.
No,
yeah.
I think that's like if the theater was full,
Yeah,
like
it's a
we'd
good
hear everybody.
experience.
Yeah, my
so-
theater was full, so yeah, everybody's having a good time. Also, it was kind of weird that in the beginning of the movie, there's a bully that's kind of after the main kid,
Oh yeah.
and because he got in a fight with his brother and he broke his arm in a fight, whatever. And like here we are, getting destroyed by dinosaurs. Like
You're
half the
waiting for
population's gone. And as he's trying to look for his dog, this bully and his brother come out. And you want to break my brother's arm? Like, bitch, there's fucking dinosaurs everywhere. What do you give a shit? Even his brother was like, let's go. What are you doing? You know?
Well, they said the parents are dead.
Parents are dead, yeah.
So this is just all these
Well, no,
guys.
they were looking for their parents.
They were looking for him, yeah.
But I think though I kind of liked it because like I think that kid at that age, the distress of what just happened or where they
guess,
are,
yeah.
and then the only thing he was able to hold on to was the hate he had for this kid, and
Right.
like he's trying to protect his brother from dinosaurs, and he's like, this kid broke my brother's arm.
Right.
So I kind of
I
let
guess.
it was weird. I will say it was
If
weird.
it was a proper '80s movie, that bully would have been chomped on.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I
for
mean,
sure.
I
I
thought
don't know
that
why
was
it
what
wasn't.
was going to happen, but I just felt like I was like it worked, but I was glad that they didn't dwell on it longer than they did.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, good, move it along, because he wasn't he was only introduced for like a second.
And were they trying to push like a romance with the sister and
the
Yeah.
girl? Yeah, they
it
were.
was very
Yeah.
like okay.
Well,
Yeah.
but some people didn't notice it. They were like,
It
really?
was subtle, but
No,
It was
and
very subtle, yeah.
I appreciate like they weren't trying to force feed any relationships, and it was funny because you see the brother
Brother's into
trying to
her.
hit it on her,
Yeah.
but he's
Yeah.
not being successful.
Right,
And
right.
You see the connection between the girl, his sister, and her, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then, but now there's two versions of that girl, so
there you go.
hopefully
That's true.
the brother has another chance.
Yeah, so at the end, the sacrifice of Ewan McGregor's character is kind of for nothing because they leave the street knowing he's going to be transported back in time. And it's been established in the film that Ewan McGregor lost his job. And he's like, oh, yeah, no, I got they want me to start on Wednesday with this other job. I'm going back to Boeing or whatever it is. But I'm just delivering pizzas in the meantime. As it turns out, that's the only job
That's
he
the only
has.
income he
So he's
has.
been lying to his wife, and that's what's kind of led to their marital strife because, financial issues. But she calls in for a pizza delivery, and he shows up outside of the boundary of where the
Yeah.
street disappears, and they're reunited as a family.
And
So
apparently, she was able to call a bunch of people.
bunch of people, yeah. Oh, yeah, that was another weird part at the end. She calls a lot of people and warns them to leave the street, and they do. So, yeah, I don't, okay.
But
Even
yeah, so
the neighbor
now
that
there's another version of that family without Ewan McGregor going back
getting,
in time.
getting destroyed, yeah.
And
So-
they're probably
yeah.
dead.
They're probably dead, yeah. Well, and then also it was weird that there's a neighbor next door who their dog keeps getting out and like getting in his yard. So he's like, I'm going to shoot the dog, and she's like, if you do that, you hurt my dog, I'm going to burn your house down. I was like, that's
Right.
right, yeah. But anyhow, when the dinosaurs attack, he just gets on his roof and starts like blasting them with a handgun. But then she warns him at the end, not really, with him having not really deserved that. I was like, it would have been better if like the dinosaurs were attacking their family and he started shooting them and kind of sacrificed himself to save.
Oh, yeah, like,
you know what I'm
do a
saying?
good
So
deed.
that's why she would have called and said, "Hey,
Right.
get out of the street." But at the end, you see that same guy who's been an asshole the entire time was just like, "Oh
I
yeah, I got
think-
out." It was okay. That doesn't.
I
make-
think they just felt
Alright.
bad that he got torn apart like that, so they were like, let's.
Yeah, but I mean, it's why
but,
warn
I mean,
him
There
though,
was
But
a
that-
lot of families that still didn't get saved.
Well, no, I mean, at least
including that one girl's family.
No, because they were at the end of the movie
Yeah.
when they were.
that's why I said
getting-
there's two of her.
Were they at the end? Oh, you're right. They were
at the
yeah.
at the,
She
the
ran-
new house at the
Mhm.
barbecue.
Because she ran down to get her parents, but
Right.
she also woke up herself as well. And
That's true.
And then, but I will say, like, because the dad didn't really need to learn anything from that experience. It was
No.
mainly the wife. Cause,
Well, yeah, she's the main character in this.
well,
yeah.
no, but the thing was, like, even before him lying about the pizza and the the
But
money.
that's
and,
funny. Like they went through this
She-
whole traumatic experience as a family. Yet
Yeah.
he wasn't part of that traumatic.
Right.
Yeah.
So
experience.
he's
So for him, it's just like, oh, you have
Well,
a weird picture of me in front of two dinosaurs. boning.
right. Well, that's why it's more of her character
Yeah,
arc than his.
she's got the
Yeah.
more of the arc.
Yeah,
'Cause,
exactly.
like-
because she's gonna leave her family,
Yeah,
or at least
like,
him
through
Yeah.
through her book. She was revealing
Right.
that she's been wanting to leave her family for a
Yeah,
long
yeah.
time, instead of just like of recent
Right.
things with the.
That's what I mean.
husband.
She's the main character in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
So-
really is.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'd recommend this. Would you guys recommend it?
Yeah,
I mean,
no, it's
I
worth
think it's a good
it's
watch.
fun. It's fun in theaters. You know.
Yeah,
it's fun in
absolutely.
theaters.
Watch
So.
we're watching with people. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fun.
Yeah. So, End of Oak Street. Check it out. I mean, I don't know how much longer it's going to be in theaters now that it's not doing great, but you know, anything with Anne Hathaway, I'll watch it because
It'll
Wow,
probably be.
she's in like 9 movies this year.
exactly. So, and I'm happy. It's an Anne Hathaway
Well,
year, so I'm happy.
Good
I think
year
it's
for Anne
also
Hathaway.
they're under the umbrella. It came out under the umbrella of the Odyssey and Spider-Man,
For sure,
so
yeah.
it's obviously not going to get as much attention.
Right,
so.
right.
But I think in the back end, it'll pick up like once it's streaming. People are like, oh, what was this?
Yeah.
What was this movie? Like it usually does.
What would have helped these people, especially at night, because they got cut off with electricity, because they got transported back to the dinosaur age, they didn't have any electricity. What helped would have been some lanterns
Oh yeah.
to see in the night. What, Chad?
No, I was just
What?
like,
You just like rolled your eyes and
no,
you're
I
like,
was like that was
well, that was
good.
what?
That was a good segue.
Thank
huh?
you.
So German
See, I don't think
judges
you think
gives
it was good.
9.9.
The way you said that. Anyway, some lantern. I'm gonna hold a lantern up to you.
I would have preferred a generator or something like that.
Well, unfortunately, there's not a show called Generators, so if there was, I would have said that.
I mean,
but that would have attracted dinosaurs, so no, it wouldn't have been good. Yeah,
True.
exactly.
I mean, you could have two generators.
Uh-huh.
One to attract the dinosaurs and one to...
How would they know which one's a decoy?
Right.
They'd know.
Exactly.
Cover
Sonic.
one in barbecue sauce.
Exactly.
Lanterns, the TV show, recently came out. Chad and I have not seen it yet. Watch it. I'm not worried about spoilers. Don't worry about it. I've never been a huge Lanterns person anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But I am going to watch it. I mean, I've heard some okay things with it. I mean, what do you think?
It's good. Like, I was surprised. Like, you know, obviously the first take on it was it's True Detective with space cops.
That's what they're going for.
I mean, like, you know, the first trailers and stuff looked not promising, I'd say. Like, it was felt very like, oh boy, that's very humdrum. I was very surprised by the first episode. It was really good. It's got some time jumps in the show. So you start in 1996. It starts off with a very young Jon Stewart watching the TV with his brothers, and it's the Hal Jordan's big reveal on the television where he takes off the mask and says, my name is Hal Jordan, I'm Green Lantern of the Sector, and explains, you know, he's been a Green Lantern now for, I think at that point he says 10 years, since 86, and, like, you know, this is just kind of his coming out, and then, like, Jon Stewart's father shows up. His father's military, and, you know, like, all the brothers are like, he's coming, you gotta turn off the TV, like, we're gonna be in so much trouble, and Jon Stewart's just like dead-eyed watching the TV, and then they turn it off, and the dad walks in and goes, okay, what's his name? And Jon Stewart's like, it's Hal something, and then the dad's like, okay, come with me, like, you know the drill, and they go outside, and it's a shed, and you see bullet holes in a straight line going up and down the shed. And he stands in front of this line of bullet holes and puts an apple on his head. And the dad pulls out his service pistol and is just like, are you afraid? And the kid goes, no. And he takes a shot and, you know, takes the apple. You know, and it's this whole thing of, like, when you become a Lantern, one of the big questions is, are you afraid? And so it looks like Jon Stewart, from a very young age, has been kind of groomed to take this role, right? So then it jumps to 2016, and we have we first meet Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart, and Jon Stewart is his trainee, right? So he's learning to be a Lantern, and they're saying, like, you know, like, even Hal Jordan's like, look, Lanterns aren't supposed to have trainees, like. There's, you know, like, you guys think I'm, you know, I'm over the hill. You know, I should be, you know, phased out of this and stuff. But, you know, I'm not going to. He's like, and Jon Stewart's like, you haven't even let me wear the ring yet. You haven't taught me anything.
Is that something that's in the comic though, or is there like a transitioning period?
No, in the comic it was. Now let me.
I mean, for Lanterns in general, is there? Don't they serve until they die?
Yes, so or incapable of, you know, and then the ring does pick other people, right. Know? So, like, originally, when Abin Sur, who is the Green Lantern that falls to Earth, the ring originally picks Guy Gardner, right? But Guy Gardner is too far away, so the ring went to Hal, because it's like there's a few potential people it could be, right? And it was like whoever's the closest at the time, which was Hal. So I think that's where we're gonna get Guy Gardner showing up later. But if I remember correctly, the way Jon Stewart was introduced was, you know, Hal was going to do kind of like there's a period of time in the late 70s, early 80s with Green Arrow and Green Lantern get together and do kind of like a road trip. And so they need someone to patrol the sector of space. So that's how they can introduce Jon Stewart in the comic books. Of like, look, Hal's going to be doing like a little vacation time. Right. So we need someone to be, a guardian. So it's in the show though. It's like they're not very, they're not buddy at all. Like Hal's very against having a trainee and stuff, and they're in a car and like Hal's like, what are you gonna do? When you have this power, like clearly, the Guardians want to get rid of me, and he's like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna wear this ring till the day I die, Junior. And it's this. He has a very like, almost how like Han Solo attitude kind of about the whole thing.
Right.
He likes being a celebrity. Like you see him like taking pictures with people and stuff like that.
Oh, so people do know who he is.
Yeah, because he's been now without the mask for like 10 years.
Oh, okay.
And he like produces. He makes counterfeit money with the ring and uses it in a bar and stuff like that. And so he's training Jon Stewart, and like basically like they're in a car that's heading towards a ravine. And Hal takes off the ring, puts it down on the dash, and he jumps out the car and it's like, okay, show me what you got. And so he jumps out and the car goes over the embankment, and John kind of grabs it real quick, and you don't see really what happens, but then you see him like come back and like Hal's eating tacos at a taco stand. He's like, all right, so what did you do? Did you fly? What did you create? And Jon Stewart's like, I made bubble wrap. Like he like wrapped himself in bubble wrap. And while Jon Stewart's heading back towards the taco stand, like the ring starts like beeping, and then a digital version like of Hal Jordan shows up, and it looks like Hal Jordan like 10 years younger.
Okay.
And he's like, hey, it's who are you? Why do you have my ring? Am I dead? And like Jon Stewart's like, well, who are you? And he's like, oh, I'm Hal. Us Lanterns every 2 weeks are supposed to do a backup of our consciousness onto the ring. So if anything happens, like I can leave a message kind of deal. And he's like, how long? What year is it? And he's like, it's 2016. He's like, oh Jesus, like I guess I haven't done a backup in a while. And he's like, you gotta tell me something. He's like, well, what's the message? Like, there's rain in Nebraska or something like that. And he's like, and Hal will know what that means. So Jon Stewart goes back to Hal, gives him the message like, a version of you showed about the ring, said there's rain in Nebraska, and like Hal just immediately flies off, right? He's like, oh shit. And then Jon Stewart's got to kind of find a bus or a way to get to Nebraska now.
Mm-hmm.
And you find out this town, Hal has been kind of keeping his eye on this town for a long time, because this is the town that he got the ring, where Abin Sur crashed. And he's like, this is a hotbed for like alien activity for a while, and I've had like monitoring it. So whatever that means, like he's like, and there's a football game, and 5 people get shot at this football game, and it looks like very pedestrian. And Hal's like, I'm telling you right now, those are aliens. Like, don't So there's one guy that got wounded, and Hal like goes to the local PD. He's like, Hal Jordan, Green Lantern, I want to question that guy. And the sheriff, she's like, look, I don't know, like you have no jurisdiction here, like, and he's like, look, that's an alien. She's like, there's no way that's an alien. And so they go to a bar, and Hal, plays some music and like picks a fight with a bunch of locals so he can get put into jail so he can talk to the guy, and goes to jail and confronts the alien. And like he's asking all these things about Nebraska football, like, and the guy's coming up with like, oh yeah, 1972 was this quarterback, blah blah blah, and then Hal just goes, what school did Harry Potter go to? And the guy has like no clue. He's like, what are you talking about? And he's like, see the alien? He's like, aliens know like local stuff really well, but if you ask them general trivia, they're not gonna know it. And then the alien, what you find out is an alien, like says, oh, you got me. And he's like, I'm just going to blow. And he's like, I got a charge on me that's going to blow up this whole town. And then Hal Jordan's like, well, all I got to do is, make a bubble around you and it'll hold you off. And the alien, the guy's like, I think your charge on your ring's pretty low there, buddy. I don't know if you got to know, because he hasn't charged the ring in like 42 hours. And Hal's like, I got enough to, and so the guy like blows up.
Did they charge the ring by putting up to the lantern, right?
Yeah, every 24 hours you're supposed to charge it. And Hal's like, I got enough juice, don't worry about it. So he creates like a protective bubble around the guy. The guy explodes, and then you meet. So the sheriff's father-in-law owns like a giant tract of land,
Mm-hmm.
and has like kind of a militia about it, and so they're kind of in charge of this town, not really, you know, kind
Mm-hmm.
of deal, like very boss hog kind of deal. And so Hal's trying to like get more information out of him about what's going on there, and the dad is like, "Look, I'm like you, man. I'm not, you know, I don't like aliens in my town, you know, kind of deal. It's you know, kind of coded."
Yeah.
And then you find out that within the, you know, while Hal was in jail, Jon Stewart slept with that guy's wife because she showed up to the bar and just kind of took him to a truck and banged him.
Mm-hmm.
And like Hal's like, "You slept with that wife? You've been here less than 24 hours. I'm impressed." So they're starting to get warm to each other. And then we cut to, it's like a hard cut to 2026.
Mm-hmm.
And now we see Jon Stewart alone. Looks a little older. Shows back up to the football field where that incident took place, where the 6 people got shot. And he walks over, and we find Hal Jordan is there, sitting in the stands, dead. And it's like, wow, how did he end up there?
Mm-hmm.
How did, you know? And Hal doesn't have his ring on. What happened? Like, so we don't know. That's the cliffhanger that they end the episode on.
So overall, what do you think of? Is it?
I'm digging it. I like kind of the murder mystery aspect of it. Like, it ends with a big twist of like, you know, Hal Jordan's body's there. So you know, what does that mean? You know, and how are we going to get to there? Why is him and Jon Stewart seems to be so separate by that point? You know, so I like it. I mean, yet again, it is very True Detective. This first season, at least. So I'm excited to see where it goes.
Okay.
And yeah, and the chemistry between Kyle MacLachlan.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not right.
Yeah, Kyle Chandler and Aaron Pierre. Yeah.
There we go. It's really good.
Yeah, I like Kyle Chandler. He's great. Great actor.
He makes a great Hal Jordan.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay, I mean, so far it's good for you, right? You're gonna go back to it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I think there's another episode tonight.
All right, cool. Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to check it out. I just haven't had the opportunity to. But
Yeah.
So you're happy with what they're doing with it so far?
So far, so good.
Okay.
You know, they haven't done anything really. Like, there's no costumes yet.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a lot of, you know. When I think Green Lantern, I think Space Cops. So I kind of would like to see more space stuff. But seeing as it's more like,
True
there's aliens embedded. It's very like Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
Kind of deal.
In the trailer, I guess it'll be a flashback or something with him talking to Sinestro.
Yeah, we hear Sinestro's in it. So,
Okay.
and then Guy Gardner's gonna be in the show. So,
right.
I'm interested to see where it goes for sure.
I'm interested because like my prediction was Hal Jordan will become Parallax, and that's how they can transfer him out as, you know, Hal Jordan. But obviously, that's not how it's going. So I don't think they'll be doing that then. Yeah,
well, and you know, I have my theories. I mean, I like the idea that he can back up his consciousness on the ring means that if we do have further seasons or add stuff, like we could have him come back as like an AI construct, or it could be a way to save him in a way, you know, like
download him in a new body
kind of thing. Like, who knows?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, I mean, it's looks interesting, and you know, I'll definitely check it out. Hopefully it keeps going the right path that you think it's on. Watson.
I'm excited.
Yeah. We also recently picked up, or Chad, you also went and saw Tony, the film.
Yes.
This is for Anthony Bourdain's biopic.
Well, it's less of a biopic and more about a specific time in his life that this was directed by Matt Johnson from the Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
And so it's like they kind of like there's certain characters that are amalgamations of multiple people in Anthony Bourdain's life, but this is more of his journey of being inspired to become a chef. And it's like he's kind of you really don't like him in the beginning of the movie because he lies constantly. He's very into himself and just
sounds like the real guy. Yeah.
No, I mean but at least like he's I don't know, in the show of No Reservation and all that, I always enjoyed him because he was always like so into the culture of people and things like that. But here he's like lying. He's like, oh, I'm gonna get a dissertation or a grant to become a writer for school, and that's not the case. He was denied, and he really goes to I think it's the town in Rhode Island, if I'm not mistaken, and he's chasing after some girl he's got a crush on, and it turns into he getting a job with the local chef with Anthony Bourdain, and he's amazing in it, as he always is in a majority of his movies, and it was very fun, like felt very like a summer movie, and so I really liked it, and like obviously Anthony has his turnaround by the end of the movie and stuff, but like he made a lot of bad decisions in this, and you know, I don't know, like I didn't know what the movie was going to entail. I thought it was going to be more of his life than the one part of it, and so it was very cool to see the moment of inspiration take place in him, in the character in this, and I was like, oh, okay, and like you kind of see him like, you know what, I do like being a chef, and like he makes the decision near the end of the movie to you know, go to school, and he continues the job with Antonio Banderas and stuff like that. So it's very different vibe than The Bear. Like, you know how they're like very organized. Yes, chef. Their kitchen here is a little more unprofessional and disorganized because he obviously doesn't know what he's doing. He's not a trained chef at all. And so you're waiting for like accidents to happen and things like that. But you see him attach himself to one of the employees there initially, and that guy's kind of like a bad seed, and then he kind of slowly is Antonio Banderas kind of wins him over, but it's mainly, I don't know, it's very, I would say it would be cool to see in theaters, but it's like something you could see at home too. But it's a very nice small movie. I really like it. They did a good job, and you didn't have to have the whole weight of Anthony Bourdain's life on this film.
That'd be a lot.
I think that would be hard to pull off. So I think they did a very good job, and the actor
Dominic Sessa.
I didn't recognize.
Really good, man. I like him. Yeah.
I didn't recognize him because I didn't get to see.
The Paul Giamatti film.
Leftovers.
Leftovers. Yeah,
it's
great.
I still need to watch it. So I was like, oh, he grew taller than he was in that. And but his voice is so deep that I was like, yeah, I hear the Bourdain in there.
Yeah.
And but it was just so weird because I believe it was like the 70s, and like the way he walks is kind of like weird, hunched over and forward. And I was like, I don't remember Anthony walking like that or his posture being like that. But so part of that just took me out sometimes. I'm like, why?
It's a weird acting choice.
He's a weird, but I don't know if that's just the guy's body, like if he's normally just standing like, because it's like his like
he's got a weird little
Adam's apple kind of like jut back with his neck, but like he did a great job. A lot of scenes full of anxiety, and it's just like very summer-esque movie to see. It's fun, worth checking out, so I recommend it.
Anthony Bourdain will return in Doomsday.
Oh yes, he's sharpening his knives for Victor Von Doom.
That was the end credit scene.
But and like Stavros was another familiar face in there. He's a comedian, stand-up comedian, and he was another cook in the kitchen. And they've been all like doing touring for press for the movie, and they've been like at different restaurants, like eating and drinking beers. And
I mean, that's gotta be the best press tour.
No, exactly. And they seem like everyone got along with each other, and everybody fell in love with Antonio Banderas. As obviously, who wouldn't? Yeah, because he's just the coolest guy.
Because he's Antonio Banderas.
Banderas. He's nice, cool. Like I guess the one of the promos I saw, or not promos, but there's some press stuff for the movie. Dominic and Antonio Banderas are like in a kitchen, and Antonio's actually cooking, and he's like doing some of his like Hispanic dishes that he knows. Because I don't know if he actually maybe cooked like maybe not professionally, but maybe he did actually, or just knows how to cook for himself.
I'll make you tapas.
But no, like he was cooking and he was having fun with it, and like he looked like he had a great time in the movie. So it's like, and there's a lot of heartfelt moments with him, and I was like, oh no, this is a nice feel good movie. You'll hate Tony in the beginning of the movie, but you'll like Anthony at the end of the movie.
Oh, okay. That's a good.
So. That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So you recommend it?
Yeah. No.
Okay,
it's one to check out.
Good. All right. Tony, yeah, I definitely want to check it out because again, I like that actor, and Anthony Bourdain's story is pretty fascinating and sad. So, we also checked out The Samurai and the Prisoner. This is a movie that I don't know if you guys would recommend. This just started right off the bat. We were interested in seeing this movie because it is a Japanese film, and it's directed. I'm sorry, I'm gonna butcher this name. It's directed by Kiyoshi Kurosawa. Pretty strong cast in it. They all did, I think, a great job. It's basically takes place during the samurai era, where a warring general is pretty much out trying to conquer Japan, and one of his vassals, one of his bannermen, basically, decides to not go along with it and decides to rebel and says, "I'm not gonna."
Traitor.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay in my castle. Fuck you. So so an emissary goes out to say, kind of, what the fuck, and instead of he's there under basically a banner of truce, just trying to deliver a message, and he's taken prisoner, which is very against the samurai code, because you're not supposed to. It's just against the code in general. You're not supposed to kidnap a messenger, and
killing him would have been
more honorable. But even that's kind of dishonorable in there. But taken in prisoner, a samurai is obviously considered very dishonorable. Yeah. So now he's locked in the dungeons of this castle, and the entire film kind of is almost kind of a series of murders begin to take place because he is told to kill the son of one of his rivals that he has in his castle. He says no, the kid is killed anyway, and then throughout the movie, various people are murdered, and the movie kind of turns into this detective type of thriller, trying to figure out who's killing people, and the Lord is trying to kind of figure out what's happening. Are these agents of the people who are his lord, who's out, Oda Nobunaga? Are the agents of Nobunaga who are out causing chaos in his prison, or what's happening?
Yeah. And
every now and again he'll treaty with the prisoner. I think it's Kuroda Kanbei, I think is it? Which apparently it's all based on a real story. I mean, him taking a prisoner. I don't know if the rest of it is a real story, but it's the movie. We all thought it was going to be a little more. Not that it needs it necessarily, and not that every film needs this, but we thought it was going to be a little more because it is a samurai. The Japanese see their samurai films like we see our westerns.
Yeah.
It's kind of a mythical kind of age there, and obviously what you think of when you think of western is gunfights, just as when you think of a samurai film, you think of a lot of sword fighting. We got not that much of that in this.
No, it was more love, inner politics, a lot of like
investigation,
right. People trying to get their own means, their own ends.
Well, it's funny because like the television show Shogun didn't have that many sword fights, but yet it was still very engaging.
It was
very much so, yeah.
And
very much so.
I think
the fights that it did have were amazing.
No, of course.
Yeah.
But also, like, even we get to see things happen before and after the conversation.
Right.
So, which in this movie, it was like we would hear about the battle afterhand.
So, there's a scene where Nobunaga sends some soldiers, it's a very small force, to try to retake the castle. And the people in the castle were like, "Oh, they're coming!" And we see Nobunaga's soldiers gathering outside.
Yeah.
Next scene. Well, we won the battle.
Yeah. I was like,
and we're like, "What the fuck?"
We're missing some info there.
Yeah. And
there's on the cutting room floor.
Yeah.
Well, and it's like, and I get it. Like, we're doing a lot of reading because it was subtitled. It wasn't dubbed or anything like that.
Yeah,
so we not getting that high of a battle, like the emotional high of like, oh, exhilarating adrenaline,
Yeah.
but we didn't get that adrenaline, so it's like we're kind of just steadying along,
Right.
figuring out what's
Kinda
going on.
autopilot through it.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think that kind of takes away from it. Not that it was the story was bad or
Right.
anything. It was just like when you're expecting something to pull you out of the I don't need to read right now. I need to just watch what's happening. And
Right.
we didn't really get that sort of relief. And like
Right.
And you could, if you're not used to watching a fully subtitled film, you could be a little fatigued in some senses. But like leaving this movie, I felt it reminded me of Shin Godzilla. Although Shin Godzilla, we got to see the Godzilla parts as well. But a lot of it was on
can you imagine watching Shin Godzilla and it's
Oh my
just
God.
guys
I would've
in
been so
boardrooms?
mad.
It's just like, well, that was a crazy Godzilla transformation
Yeah,
we just saw,
exactly.
And you don't actually see it. Yeah, it's like,
I was like, we defeated what? You defeated?
Yeah.
Like
So it's all the boardroom meetings without the Godzilla.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Kind of what this movie was.
Right.
yeah, and I kind of like, I know it's, as you said, it's not necessary for us to actually see it. It's just like, I wish I knew that going in the head. So my bias after leaving the movie wouldn't be so strong as like I didn't enjoy myself. So maybe down the road I'll watch it again.
Yeah.
Because we saw it really late. It was
very late.
Plus,
it's a 3-hour movie.
They
So yeah.
had the heat on, or no, the
They had no AC
wasn't
on. Yeah.
And so we're just sweating as we're just trying to
Like literally sweating.
watch
Yeah.
this movie. And I'm like, oh my God, you went to the bathroom, but I went earlier on and splashed my face.
Yeah.
And just.
I went to the bathroom.
I did a couple jumping jacks in the hallway just to get my blood going.
I got up. There was maybe 45 minutes left of the movie. I went up to the bathroom, splashed water on my face, came back and stood in the back of the theater.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm good. I can't.
you'd
I can't.
laugh.
Yeah, we thought you got had a
You were
phone call
like,
or something.
you're done.
No, I mean, because I was falling asleep. Not only was I sweating, I was kind of falling asleep because it was late and it was warm in there. So I was like, I got to stand up. So I just stood in the back of the theater and watched like the last 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So, and I think, there's just some interesting parts. The main lord's wife, as it turns out, she's been working with.
Yeah, she orchestrated
everything because she's kind of like she's Buddhist, so she wants people to understand that death is a natural part of life.
Yeah.
So she wants them to kind of die to an extent to understand that.
Well, like also to keep the honor in the family.
I mean, there's like a little bit of Buddhism versus Christianity.
That's correct. Yeah,
it's a subplot in there.
Yeah,
Right.
and so she's kind of trying to like take out the enemies of her husband,
right,
and showing it's a God's revenge kind
exactly.
of deal. Like, there's a reason like they're dying. It's because they're not following your lead.
Right, exactly. There was some cool shots. I mean, there's a shot where he discovers one of his men has not been kind of a traitor to an extent. So he goes up on the mountain. He runs away from everybody. He's up on this mountain. And it's pretty close. It gets overcast.
Yeah.
And he gets struck by lightning.
Yeah.
But before that, somebody shoots him. And now that's another mystery. They got who shot him. Then they're kind of tracked down like, okay, where's the best shot? Who shot him?
You find out in the last frame.
Yeah, exactly. It's his wife who let the rifleman in. She was in on it. But, so there's some interesting shots. And we did get a couple of... There's one really kind of strange part where they go out to meet an enemy force, and as they're out there, some like homeless samurai who's looking really rough comes out of the fucking woods, and he's like, "Hey, where's the Lord? God, what's his name? Sorry, Lord Murashige. Sorry if I said that wrong." Comes out, I'm gonna fuck him up, and it's like he's like looking rough, and it's like, who the hell is this guy? Yeah. And they just they stab him a bunch of times, and he keeps coming.
He's the one from Seven Samurai with the pots in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
See, but that would have been interesting.
That would have been interesting.
Aesthetic,
right? Yeah. I also did towards the end of the film, the prisoner, who's kind of been advising this guy, which again I don't. He's holding him prisoner, but he says, "Once you join," towards the end of the film, he's like, "Join me." As it turns out that because he wasn't allowed to go back home, and he even didn't send a word out. Murashige didn't send a word out. They all had been taken prisoner.
They all thought he was a traitor.
They thought he was a traitor, so they murdered his son, who's like a young boy.
Yeah.
So eventually, that gets back to the prisoner, Kuroda Kanbei, and he's told, "Oh yeah, your son's dead." So, oh, by the way, why don't you just join me? Like join up with me, and then you can serve me. And then he tries to convince Lord Murashige, like, no, just go to all your allies and try to get your forces together to withstand Nobunaga. And he's like, yeah, I should do that. And at the end, he's like, wait a minute. you're just trying to set me up. Like, you're just trying to make me look weak. Like, I'm running for my castle and I need help. Like, God damn you. How dare you do this to me? How dare you betray me? And thinking like, bitch, you took him prisoner and then his son got killed. What do you think is going to happen?
Weird thing with just the character too, is because they kept saying like, "Oh, he's a strong leader,
right?
But he won't kill anyone.
Won't kill that. Yeah, that was a big thing. He wasn't.
Buddhist.
Yeah, which was fine with me. He doesn't like killing.
Yeah, right.
He doesn't.
In the end, he's like murdering the housemaids to find out what was going on.
So I think, well, that was a flashback. Remember? Yeah. So after that, I think he took an oath to not kill anybody. So there was what Watson's talking about. There's a Nobunaga is seen as being a very ruthless warlord. So some of the housemaids I think they're like shit talking or something like that. They've been gossiping what. So Nobunaga sentenced him to death, which is of course. And so Murashagi's his second in command is, I guess, is Kato, which is like second in command. So he says, I think that's a little harsh punishment. You're going to kill him for being disrespectful. Like they're just housemaids, just gossiping. So Nobunaga orders him to kill them because he serves them. So he goes and he does it, and of course now he feels guilt, which I was fine with that part. And then now he retreats in the castle, and we find out that's why he doesn't want to join Nobunaga's forces anymore, because he thinks Nobunaga is evil. And so he's like, now he's taking a vow of like not trying to kill anybody. There's a part where one of his soldiers very blatantly disrespects him, kills the young kid that he's holding kidnapped, and everybody's like, you have to kill him. Like he's completely disrespected you. He's doing it for his lord, of course. That's what he thinks. Even though Murashagi said this kid is not to be harmed, but he's as samurai. Some of the samurai logic is like, well, I'm hurting people against your wishes for you. So that's sometimes that was samurai logic. So the rest of his soldiers like, you have to kill this guy, and he's like, no, I'm just going to let him go out and retain his honor in the face of the enemy just by himself. Yeah. That's what. With another cutscene. Oh yeah, he went out and he died. It's like okay.
You don't see it.
Right. So I understood, but there was just some very strange parts where it was just at the end he's hurt and betrayed that this guy is plotting against him. It's like, well, what do you expect? And then at the end of the film, he just abandons his castle anyway. He's just like, he grabs one of his soldiers, whereas the rest of his soldiers like, I can't leave. My clan is still depending on me, and I'll be shamed if I run. But I respect you, sir, and so they escort him to the very edge of his lands, and he just walks off and just disappeared. And it's like, well, weren't you this entire thing saying like, I can't go to help for other soldiers to hold on to my castle, but I can run? I don't know. I'm sure there's some kind of like Japanese samurai logic in that.
It gave the paragraph at the end, like he was able to get the forces he needed wherever he was going to defend the castle for however long. And then finally, he survived it, I guess, and Nobunaga died, and then he's like, "Oh, okay."
Right, yeah."
So
Nobunaga was assassinated eventually, yeah.
It was just
serve
like
some tea.
Yeah.
That I think the movie just needed a Japanese Peter Falk to be just like konnichiwa.
Yeah.
What kind of tea is this? Is this good tea? I've had matcha before. My wife, she's a big fan of matcha, and. Well, I gotta show you. Can I take some of this to go? Do you mind? I think we would have had a blast.
Yeah, that would have been good. Why didn't we get that?
I don't know.
Yeah. Overall, it's I think Japanese film is obviously much, especially when it comes to this type of genre. It's definitely slower and a little more. It's their plot isn't as as streamlined as some other things.
I mean, some of the choreography is beautiful.
Right.
Seeing how everyone moves. When he's in the room, like how everyone stands kind of on their hands, kind of deal. Like it's very respectful to him.
Right. So well, there's a whole sencha tea ceremony that he does. They show the entire thing, and the way they have to move to like grab the tea, no cuts. He does it twice. I mean, overall, great shots. Some of the great shots. Very beautiful costumes. But I think
the coloring
is so
piece is great.
And then also it does this interesting thing where it goes through different seasons because it's pretty much a year-long siege to an extent.
Yeah.
I thinking about it and talking about it, I could see this being a stage play.
Yeah.
Because you don't need to worry about the battle scenes.
No. Like a kabuki stage. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, overall, it's if you have almost 3 hours to kill and you're interested in seeing certainly a different type of plot structure for a film, the way things move, and go check it out. But yeah, I mean, it's I'm glad I got to see it. I mean, it's it's definitely not. It's not.
It's not your everyday.
It's not your. Yeah, it's not Zootopia over here.
Right.
So
I love that's the one you reach for. Zootopia.
Exactly. I'm trying to think of
what he
like
watches every day.
It's not the Emoji Movie. There you go. So but yeah. So we got to check it out, and it is what it is. And I think the cast did a good job. Also, we have some casting news updates that we just got for Ghost Rider and the X-Men. What do you guys think about this?
Yeah, we were this past month had Comic-Con and D23,
Mm-hmm.
so we got to see.
Yeah, we also had the Comic-Con reveals. Yep, sorry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but so Sean Levy came out to be the director of Ghost Rider, and with Ryan Gosling starring.
Yes, sir.
The Gauze.
The Gazer.
It's a good year to be the Gauze.
It is a good year.
Yeah, I think this has been fan casted for a long time. Like people have been saying he'd be a good choice, and I think because he's got that intensity. His star power has never been higher. I think than after Project Hail Mary.
Oh yeah.
He could pretty much do any movie he wanted.
Right.
And he just finished with Sean Levy doing the Starfighter movie.
Yeah.
So apparently they had a lot of fun working together.
And apparently, he pitched the Gosling pitched the Ghost Rider idea
To him?
Right.
to Disney.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, oh, wow. But Sean backed it, obviously.
Well, I hope this, goes better than Blade.
Yeah, well, if anything, I think Ryan has pull because with the his Star Wars movie coming out soon, and with the success of Project Hail Mary and everything like that. But he's going to be put up. Are people going to compare him to Nick Cage's when your skull catches on fire, you better be able to scream like a man, which I think he could do because there's been movies where he gets really physically into the roles.
I think they have Drive or something like that.
Drive.
Into the Pines. Is that the one where he's...
There's that. There's what's it called? Only God Forgives.
Yeah.
So he's able to play weird and eccentric. So I think it'll work. But also a little bit of part of me is you're not giving some new blood some chance, to
like an unknown.
Yeah, because I know we know Inde, but there's just the one thing we recently saw. So and we've seen Ryan Gosling throughout so much. So it's cool. If his character dies in Star Wars, sure, put him in the MCU. If that gives us more Ryan Gosling. I always enjoyed.
And I hope
Gosling.
he's playing. My personal choice would be if he plays Danny Ketch, Ghost Rider.
Is he the one?
He's from the '90s. It's kind of more like the Akira style bike.
Oh, okay.
Versus a Johnny Blaze. Yeah.
I thought that would be a better way to do it because they also have the one with the car from Agent
Reyes. Yeah.
What was it? Agents of.
Oh yeah, Shield.
Shield, yeah. Because they had one in Shield there, and I bet that actor's disappointed. Oh, he won't get to be in the MCU in any capacity. So, but
hopefully this leads to. I like the Midnight Suns comics where you get a lot of the supernatural characters. Obviously, we might get Blade in there.
I don't think
we're ever going to get Mahershala Ali, but
I don't think we're going to get a Blade movie.
I don't think so either.
But that's what I'm saying. You do a Midnight Suns where you could have Blade as a character. Maybe you get Wesley Snipes back.
True.
Because and you can have Moon Knight in there. You could have Ghost Rider. The supernatural stuff.
I think it would be
Spooky guys.
To pull all those characters in, it would be a great Doctor Strange third movie for Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
great.
But I thought they screwed up with 2, but you shouldn't have connected it to a TV show with Wanda. I think he should have still had his own second movie, and then you could do it later with him and Wanda down the road.
Yeah, maybe you could do a third movie though. It's Doctor Strange and the Midnight Suns.
Yeah,
that'd be good.
He recruits them and he's like, I need all of you to help me take on a force of nature that's unstoppable. Blah. So,
and then we got a new casting of Black Panther.
Yep.
Yes,
that's right.
I was so happy about this.
Yeah.
You know,
But I'm kind of disappointed. They were like, oh, it's his son.
oh yeah.
I'm
'Cause
like-
they because they're still because they teased that up in Wakanda Forever.
Oh, I didn't end up seeing
Right.
it. But I mean, like, what? They're pushing the sister aside? Like,
It looks that way. Shuri is getting kind of pushed out. Yeah.
I mean, I think that's already kind of just a cop out. Then really, you don't want to commit to this person you've had for 3-4 movies now, and she's an established character, and
And she's in Doomsday, but we don't know what happens to her character.
I see. I'm sure they'll figure
But
kill her off or something.
But casting, one of our favorite actors from Alien Romulus and and the Long Walk.
Yeah.
David Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm glad he's getting the role, and it's still sad to me they didn't just continue his character and replace him, because that's what he wanted.
That's what. Yeah, exactly.
So I'm still mad about that, but I get it. It's like whatever. That's But I'm excited for Johnson to see what he does with the role, and but also, I mean, I didn't see Wakanda Forever, but the roles of them against the Atlanteans, I'm like, well, where are they at in the world now? Who would be his nemesis? Because Black Panther's nemesis are all kind of gone.
Right.
Yeah, true.
And I'm like, wow, would this be an interesting film? I don't know. So because like you don't have Man-Ape and Killmonger had a son. I was like, okay, that's just lazy to me.
It's lazy. I don't care.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
But I mean, if you are resetting the universe with a Secret Wars, he could be
You can just jump into
T'Challa.
it.
He doesn't have to be the son.
That's
so
true.
I'm just like, you guys are not using your old writing brain.
True.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm excited, but I'm also like coming off the heels of my disappointments with Spider-Man. But I'm hopeful for Doomsday. So
what about the X-Men casting?
I'm really liking that casting for
Yeah. It was slowly getting revealed after Spider-Man came out. We got Samara Weaving as Emma Frost.
Great choice.
Kit Connor's playing Cyclops.
Yep.
I think he's great.
And then we have Sadie Sink, obviously, as Jean Grey.
Mhm.
And who's the guy playing Xavier?
You got Indy Navarrete as Rogue.
Rogue,
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Which it was funny because she was interviewed so many times, going like, "Oh, I want to be Mystique. I want to be Mystique."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I think it was a little maybe a little tongue in cheek on her part. Maybe she knew she was gonna.
I mean,
Rogue,
it could have been both. Like she didn't quite know, and then she was like, "But I'm."
And we have a we have a Captain Marvel in this universe, so she can bring some of those powers.
Bring some of those. That's the Rogue I hope we get with the super.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
So, that should be interesting. And then we have
Chris Rabbit as Professor X.
Yes.
So that was
Maya Boyd as Storm.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she looks fantastic.
Now, Adam Driver's Mr. Sinister, which I think is awesome.
Yeah,
I love Sinister's one of my favorite bad guys.
Yeah. He's pretty cool.
I'm glad he's finally going to get on screen.
I hope
Driver
he's
too.
not the main villain. He's just in the background, doing his creepy stuff, and then he becomes in the next one. He becomes like a bigger villain. But I really want what do you call it? I wanted Storm to be older. I didn't want her to be as young.
True.
Yeah.
Like I had in mind, what's her name? You know the mayor from the Batman. What's her name?
Yes. Yeah.
Jamie. I think it's Jamie something.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been cool. Yeah.
I think she would have been a perfect Storm.
She got cast as something recently.
But she's got that like deep voice that can yell to the skies, and I was like, I just feel like she needed to be just a little older than them.
I agree.
So so I not to knock who they casted as Storm, but I was just thinking if they're all young, it kind of just like I like different ages. It could be more interesting. So yeah, that's my only I think they should have casted someone else, but I'm sure she'll turn out pretty well.
What do you think of the Professor X casting with Chris Rabbit?
It's interesting. I don't mind him not being British because the cartoon
Comic, yeah.
wasn't, and
Yeah,
the,
he's
and the
not-
comic book.
yeah,
he
he's
was
not-
very
yeah,
familiar.
yeah.
So I was
Exactly.
like, okay, fine, it'll be new.
What I'm finding more disturbing to me is I'm 5 years older than Professor X.
Oh, really?
You know, I'm just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh, this is the first time where I'm like, oh, I'm feeling my age. You know, like, 'cause we're used to like an older professor. You know, obviously
Yeah.
it's like, well, I feel like if they're doing him and Magneto as contemporaries, we're not gonna see, you know, a Holocaust surviving Magneto.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's gone.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
gonna
but
be an
some people
older-
were suggesting, Xavier and Magneto should be black, and like
Mhm.
it's the civil rights type of that time. But
Hmm.
now that they casted Xavier, depends on, like, they don't have to go white for
Right.
Magneto. They could
Yeah.
have him black or whatever. But like, I think.
I mean, the name I keep seeing for Magneto is what's his name, Lee Pace.
Yes, I think he would be a
And I
great
think
Lee Pace
choice.
would be awesome.
Wonderful.
Be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
God.
like they killed Ronan off anyway.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. And like,
So-
you know, he was in bright blue makeup.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, I think it's interesting. Like, I mean, I like that the actor who's playing Xavier was in Craven, the Hunter.
Oh,
He
yes.
was the foreigner. Who was
Oh,
the,
yeah. He's
the assassin guy. Who
wait. He's playing what in this?
he's Xavier.
No, Xavier. Oh, the Stranger. Sorry, I was
Yes.
mixing it up.
Yeah.
My bad. Yeah, no, that's cool. For him, although he didn't really speak too much.
No,
as the Stranger,
sure.
but as the Stranger. But I've seen him act in other things, and I was like, no, I'm just trying to imagine his wheelchair acting. How good would he be in a wheelchair?
Yeah.
Or unless he's going to be walking initially and get that
Oh,
incident
yeah.
happen. But I don't think people will want to see that anyway.
Hmm.
Like, he'll already be in the wheelchair.
So yeah, so it looks. I mean.
Do you think we'll get the floating chair though?
Oh yeah.
That'd be
Yeah, I
sick.
think you have to.
Because they
Yeah.
teased it with in the multiverse movie.
Right.
Mhm.
So I was like, you gotta.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
gotta.
yeah.
I think to try and distance yourself from the
Fox
Patrick
movies.
Stewart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you gotta do something different.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's interesting that they're going so young with the cast. You know, it feels like, and like the choices they've made so far, we don't have a new Wolverine.
Right.
No.
So is Hugh Jackman gonna be hanging out? Is he gonna be in love with Sadie Sink's Jean Grey? Like,
I mean, is what's his name? Oh my God, who's playing Gambit?
Channing.
Channing is gonna have a romance with
Yeah.
Indy. I was like,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, but I think we'll get introduced to them after Secret War, like some of the, or maybe in their X-Men movie we'll meet the other, because we don't know what version of the X-Men we're
Right.
getting.
Right.
Like, are we going to
right.
get Angel instead of like the OG group? Because I think people were looking at the main guy, the main actor from The Knight and the Egg, to be Beast. I think people
he'd be
okay.
they're
great.
rumored right
Yeah.
now. Rumored.
He'd
right
be
now.
great.
So there's
Not The Rock?
not The Rock. But like the thing is, if you're introducing Mr. Sinister, you have to introduce Apocalypse,
Yeah, exactly.
and that's why I'm like, I'm worried.
Well, if you want to make easy $2 billion on this, first, with Sinister, set it in the Savage Land. Have them fight some dinosaurs.
That's true.
Interesting.
See, it all comes together.
All comes
And then
around.
Anne Hathaway shows
Yeah,
up.
he goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Adam Driver
Oh yeah.
is fighting dinosaurs again.
See?
Oh god, that's funny.
All
That
just
makes sense.
it all.
And we get Willem Dafoe to be what's the pterodactyl's name? Is that Zoran?
Sauron. Yeah.
Zoran, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Zoran.
Sauron.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, and now I get to wear the makeup.
Let's do
Yeah.
it.
All comes full circle.
We also had Kratos it's speaking of casting, we also have Kratos was recast for David Bautista.
Yeah.
His last actor unfortunately got injured, so they had to
Ryan,
replace him.
It's sad.
Yeah. I mean, it's David Bautista. We know his capabilities. I think he's going to do well
proved
with
his
it. Yeah.
acting chops over
Yeah,
the years
exactly.
now.
I think it's just funny that he was like, so like I'm done doing shirtless
Mhm.
roles. Like I
Mhm.
lost all this muscle mass. And,
Yeah.
But I think this movie he'd be okay with doing that because it's got more in-depth thought to it than
Yeah.
just beat him up
Yeah,
Because
it's not
obviously,
Drax. It's,
yeah,
you know.
Right.
they're gonna go the Last of Us route with it, and like
Yeah.
more conversations with him and the boy,
Yeah.
and
He's got the voice, I think.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
he's
I
got
think
a
he's
good
got a good-
voice
yeah.
and stuff like that.
I'm excited to see him in that. Yeah.
Mhm.
So we'll see.
And they're recasting the boy as well, right?
Are they?
That's what I read.
Oh,
last.
right.
he might-
Well, because there's been delays, so
Has
he's
he
kind of
aged
growing.
out,
Yeah,
probably?
it sucks.
That's why they were like,
That's a
need
bummer.
That sucks for that actor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it sucks for the other actor too because
No.
I like him. So.
Oh, yeah.
And he posted some pictures, like while they were in like early production pictures,
Mhm.
because everyone saw that screenshot of
Yeah.
him like with the boy, and they were
Yeah.
like, he doesn't look like he's in shape,
Yeah.
and blah blah blah. And he posted a picture of him like in the makeup, standing up straight.
Mhm.
He looked great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a shame that.
Yeah.
And he's got a great voice for it too.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
But
I hope he heals.
Yeah.
Heals up and gets
Yeah.
something new.
Good luck to him. We also got a new Doomsday trailer and a new Vision trailer.
Oh yeah,
what
Vision
did-
Quest.
Yeah, the Vision Quest. What did you guys think of the Doomsday trailer?
I thought it was awesome. I'm really glad they clarified that Doom is from the Fantastic Four's world,
Mm-hmm.
and because that was my main thing. I was like, is he? What's where is he from?
Right.
Because like, if you didn't have that connection of him and Reed, like I even like the shot of Reed just shaking. Did you do this?
Yeah.
And I was like, yes. And I was like, this is the most intense acting I've seen from Pedro in a while.
Yeah.
And no offense to Pedro. He's
No,
a
no,
great
I know
actor,
what you mean,
But
yeah.
I was like, I was. It sucked me in right at that moment. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, jeez. And then like Doom's landing down from the tower, and like we get a shot of Thor, trying to hit him again,
Mm-hmm.
and then we see more of the scene where he knocks it out and shoots him away, and just was like, hell answers to me. And I was like, yeah, that's Doom. I was like, okay, I'm sorry for Downey, Robert Downey Jr. My bad.
Are you excited to see it though? Does it
Yeah.
make you excited?
No, I'm excited to see his Doom, the character Doom. The movie,
Right.
I don't know. Like
Yeah.
that could be still.
Because I still feel the trailer was just showing like, look at all the people we got.
No, and
Right.
I will agree with that. But like I see like the way Doom was talking, and it's like you've lived stolen lives, and you need them to. So I was like, okay, so it's either gonna be we might get Sacha Baron Cohen's Mephisto in there a little, maybe a
Oh
cameo.
wow, that would be a pull.
Well, because like he's standing next to the portrait of his mother and his son
in hell. Yeah,
and so like we might see that scene of him giving his mom to Hell so he could have his armor. Or whatever. So I'm interested to see what they do with his story, and there's a small chance they could mess it up in some way. So
and does this still leaves the door open for a 616 Doom? You know what I mean? Like because this is Doom from the Fantastic Four dimension.
yeah, but I don't think there was a Latveria in this MCU. So
Okay.
I think that's why it's like it doesn't matter. And then there's a convergence happening with the world,
okay.
so it's just gonna blend anyway.
Yeah, I always thought that they would take like broken Sokovia and make that Latveria.
I thought
Yeah.
I thought they were just gonna say Sokovia's Latveria.
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, that's fine. You mean, but they gave that to Baron
Baron
Zemo.
Zemo, yeah.
And I'm so mad they threw him away like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm excited, but I'm still holding back. I'm just like I want. This is finally the Doom I wanted to see on screen, and at least visually, and stuff. And it's like, leave on the mask. Don't you take it off, Robert. Don't you take it off.
He's gonna take it off.
He's not gonna take it
He's gonna
off.
take it off.
Hopefully he's
It's
missing
gonna
a nose.
nano disappear. And
Oh yeah, it's probably what it's gonna be, dude.
Don't say
Oh,
that.
that
You're
jinxed me
jinxing
off,
it.
dude. Yeah.
You're jinxing it.
I didn't even think about that. You're right. It's probably gonna be a nano mask.
Oh, it's
It's
magic. It's
Yeah,
magic. The
yeah.
runes.
Along with the hood, it's gonna be a nano
No,
too.
it's magic.
Oh, man.
No.
Oh god.
No.
I hope not. I hope not.
If he and Doctor Strange don't have a cool fight in this, I'm gonna be mad. Is he even
seriously.
in it? I don't even know he's casted.
I think
Benedict.
I think his
he
name
is.
is in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, because I'm just like,
I'd be surprised if he wasn't.
Right.
let's get some
seriously.
cool fights, guys.
Yeah.
Let's not repeat.
Well, and Strange too. He just disappears off into the dark dimension, right?
Yeah,
at
with
the end.
the-
So maybe he's not. Maybe he's not around.
He had a little Odysseus situation with Charlize Theron. You know what I mean?
Hey yo.
Oh.
No.
But, Wong might be around.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's true.
Get
Wong.
some Wong in there.
Yeah, get some Wong.
That'd be interesting.
Get some Wanda. Get some Wong and Wanda in there.
Yeah.
WW2.
If it ain't Wong, it's not right.
There
Exactly.
it is.
Exactly. What do you guys think of the Vision Quest trailer?
I can't wait for Vision Quest.
It looks pretty good.
I
It's
love,
interesting. It's a nice.
Looks interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very WandaVision.
It's his version of WandaVision.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
It feels very
yeah.
like you could watch WandaVision right into this.
Right.
I will say I'm probably mainly check it out more for James Spader.
Yes.
Because I always find
For
him
sure,
entertaining.
Yes.
And it'll be interesting to see his human form thing. And I was always against a moving mouth for Ultron. I hate.
Yeah,
I
it was
disliked
weird.
it.
Yeah.
I was like, it's too much emotion.
Mm-hmm.
Like his voice would have carried it regardless.
Right.
For me. So
There are no strings on me.
exactly. Like he did, like
So
the
good.
motionless mouth on that
Yeah.
bot. He did that. I was
Yeah,
like, that's
yeah.
still creepy. Why'd you make him talk?
Yeah.
Like that.
They gave him
But-
too much
you're all
expression.
Yeah, I think he was like, no, he's too human.
I had the same problem with whenever they did Optimus Prime.
Oh,
he
yeah.
didn't have the shield over
yeah,
his
he
mouth.
doesn't need it.
Yeah.
He always pulled it away so he could like emote. I'm like, no.
It's muffled. Now I'm talking normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi guys.
Hey,
Well, didn't his mask or whatever it was, it moved a little when he talked, right? No?
Yeah.
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 and like they could have just
Yeah, that would have been
animated
fine.
that.
Yeah.
But no, they were like every part must be moving.
Yeah.
But I do like we get to see all the other AIs in this Vision cyber world.
Yeah.
So like we have Jarvis in there. We've
Mhm.
got Friday. We've got the bots from Tony's lab are in there.
I didn't even think about it. Do you think we'll get a oh my god, the television head character?
Television head.
Oh my god. He worked for Baron Zemo.
Yes.
Television head. You're not talking about Dr.
Yeah, I am.
from
Winter Soldier.
Oh, yeah. Dr. German.
Zola.
Zola.
Zola,
yeah.
yes. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Jesus
Hold that
Christ.
out, man.
Yeah.
Woo! But
It's
yeah,
been a long
because
day.
Zola was on the computer. and,
Right.
And he was the first like AI, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
So-
are all out of time.
Yeah.
So I hope we get to see him. That'd be
That'd
cool.
be good.
Yeah, it
That
would be dope, yeah.
great.
That'd be dope, yeah.
Zola reveal would be great.
Zola.
But yeah, no, it's intriguing. So
Yeah.
I wonder how they'll end it though, because is he cast? He's not cast in Doomsday. Is
I
he?
have no idea.
Oh, Bettany?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, Vision Quest looks interesting, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and then I guess before we start wrapping up here, just want to go over House of the Dragon season 3 just ended. You guys aren't watching it, right?
No.
Dude, you guys are
I
missing
heard
out.
this season was
This season is off the chain, dude.
Because 2 was
Everybody give
Everyone dogged on 2.
Yeah, everybody dogs on 1 and 2. Look, season 1 and 2 of House of Dragon are good. Fuck you. It's good. Just it's slow storytelling, yes, but it's also tragic storytelling because this obviously is about the Targaryen Civil War. The king, as he was dying, named when he was still somewhat healthy, named his daughter Rhaenyra as his successor because he didn't have any male heirs at the time. And he named her in front of the entire kingdom, and everybody pledged fealty. Then he was remarried and had a male heir, but he's like, no, she's still my heir. But of course, she's a woman. Fuck that. A lot of houses are like, fuck that. She's a woman. So this show is
patriarchy.
This show is all about. I mean, to an extent, yeah. But this show is all about the choices that people make lead to just more ruin and death, right? And because even Rhaenyra at one point has been given numerous chances to back out of this or to make better choices. Her enemies, which is the High Towers, which are the house of the new queen who gave birth to the male heir, they're also scheming even before the king died to replace the male Hightower heir as king. So there's a bunch of scheming back and forth. It's I'm not going to go into it as much because it's kind of a complicated plot, but obviously it eventually leads to civil war when the king does pass away. The Hightowers are quick to replace and name the male successor as the new king, because Rhaenyra, who is the female daughter, who's the daughter of the king who's passed away, is not in King's Landing, the capital. She's away.
Okay.
So they quickly replace her, and as the series is about them trying to raise an army and take back the Iron Throne, right, which we all saw in Game of Thrones. She has more dragons than the Hightowers. The Hightowers have a little more soldiers. They have a little more money, and so it's this kind of pushing and pulling of these both sides fighting over the Iron Throne. Eventually, she takes King's Landing. Alicent Hightower, who's the mother of the usurper king, gives up the capital to her because her sons are all away fighting. And so this series is now about, it's very easy to conquer. It's not easy to rule.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because now there's people are like, well, there's crime in the street. We're starving. Where's the money? You're asking us for X amount of weapons, X amount of supplies. We don't. Where's the money? The Hightowers took the treasury and moved it, so she doesn't have very much line. She can't pay the local police force, the Gold Cloaks, which are called the Gold Cloaks. She can't pay them to keep justice and peace in the city. So they start getting killed off by Hightower agents. So it's this back and forth of what's going on. And now both sides who have kind of raised an army are now clashing. And there's some pretty cool battle scenes. The sword fights in this are really, really well done. And of course, you see the power of dragons because it's interesting how this show does it. As we have nuclear weapons in the modern, actual, real life.
I was gonna say, in the show, has she tried tariffs?
So
I heard they work.
Tariffs work really well. Yeah. Actually, they do besiege King's Landing with their navy, so they cut off. They do cut off the supplies to King's Landing, so people are starving. So that's one of the reasons why she's kind of welcome back. But as we have nuclear weapons in today's day and age, where both sides are like, we got this weapon, like you fuck with us, we'll destroy you and you destroy us. That's how dragons are seen in this. There's where the Hightowers take a town that has no strategic value, but has pledged loyalty to Rhaenyra, and everybody's just telling her like, well, you just burn them out, like just take your dragons, burn them out. She's like, I can't. That's a town that's pledged loyalty to me, and they took it on purpose, daring me to burn it out. So both sides that have now gone to war, they've to an extent dragons have been used, and even soldiers who were fighting for the usurper king are like, this is horrendous. Like every time a dragon is used, like men just burn. Yeah. Which shows so there's these massive, powerful weapons that both sides are to an extent kind of afraid to use. And the last episode of this, when she finally does besiege this town, they're going to use dragons, but to an extent, she's like, okay, just use it to kind of clear the walls. And the Hightowers put children up there. They put civilians up there. It's like daring her, like, go ahead, like there's children up here. Go ahead, burn your own citizens. And they do to an extent, but then there's I'm not gonna. You should really check it out. But the final battle for this town that the Hightowers are daring Queen Rhaenyra to burn goes so badly because a dragon is used in the way that everybody feared it was, which just burns everything. Right. So well done. So check it out. Right. House of Dragon, great battle scenes, amazing music, dude. This music, they especially for the first episode of the season 3, they use this kind of like really like somber theme throughout the entire series, throughout the entire episode, and it plays so well during the battle scene. And the battle scenes are fucking brutal. I mean, brutal. There's a part where they take back. It's called Tumbleton. They take back Tumbleton, this town that the Hightowers are daring Rhaenyra to burn, and they put kids up on the rampart on the battlements to like, go ahead, burn the kids. I dare you. So they do eventually storm and there's a kid up there who's probably like 10. And he does take a swing at one of the soldiers. One of the soldiers looks at him and just cleaves his head right off. Oh, it's a brutal show. This show's, and then when people like, it's just like Game of Thrones, seasons 1 through 5, like the real, power heart, the power heart of, the heart of those episodes, the powerhouse of those episodes. When characters who are everybody likes or is a main character, quote unquote, they die very quickly in this, and they die so quickly and without any kind of glory. All of a sudden they're there and somebody fires an arrow on them and they're just dead, and you're like, holy shit, where did this come from? Because it's in the middle of battle, so unexpectedly, so brutally, and just like so without glory. There's people just die, and you're like, holy, main characters, and you're like, holy fuck, this is crazy.
I heard they're kind of clearing the board a bit.
Very much so, especially now. There's, again, I'm not going to reveal it, but Rhaenyra has to kill a character who's been around since the first episode, who's plotted against her, and because she's not a warrior, she takes King's Landing, and she's told, like, you have to kill this guy. You cannot let this guy live. Right. He is the reason why we're fighting the Civil War now. Like, he has to die in front of everybody, and you have to do it. Brutal. Like, you can't order somebody else to do it. Right. You have to, because you're the queen. Yeah. So she does, and she's not a warrior. She doesn't know how to swing a sword. She's a lady of the court. She's never been taught how to proper swordplay. Right. She goes to kill this guy, fucks it up, and it is brutal. So check it out. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and she's the person who plays Rhaenyra, Emma Darcy.
Yes.
Oh my God, great actor. And when she kills this guy, she's like sobbing,
right?
And there's like snot coming out of her nose because she's like so traumatized of having to do this.
She's the one who took over for Millie Adcock, right?
Correct. Yeah, because she plays an older character. Yeah, it's just yeah. I understand. At first, people were like, "Why the fuck did they do this?" Like we got so used to kind of Millie Alcock. I kind of get it now because she's a mother of like 5 kids. Mm-hmm. She's so I get why they did it. So yeah. At first, I was like, it's a little weird because like, who's this?
Yeah.
You know, and then they explain it that she's the older version of it. So you know. I get it now. So definitely because what she has to do, it would be a little weird seeing Millie Alcock having to give birth, you know, because she's not that she's a kid or anything, but like, you know, she's an adult. But I could see why they're doing it. It's just she's Darcy. Emma.
There's a time jump.
Correct. There's a time jump. There's like a 10, 15-year time jump. Yeah. Emma Darcy definitely carries a little more weight when it comes to, you know, I guess being an older person who has to who is a mother as well. So I mean, I don't know if she's a mother, but the character is. So
I hope they bring in the actor who played Norman Bates in the TV show, reunite both of them on screen.
Oh,
what show were they both on?
The Norman Bates show.
Yeah.
Really?
Bates Motel. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah. I forgot about that. You're right.
Yeah, she was like the quasi love interest of him.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, that guy's a great actor. So and he's British. So
yeah, he is. He is British.
He's perfect. And I think he's done with the autistic doctor show. I don't remember the name of it.
Yeah.
Is it the Good Doctor?
Good Doctor.
Yeah. And Olivia Cooke is she plays Millicent Hightower. Really fucking amazing. Matt Smith is killing it. Matt Smith, he plays such an asshole, dude. He's such like this guy's a piece of shit, but you can't help but root for him, dude. He's such a piece of shit in this.
He was another name I saw batted around for Magneto.
Oh yeah, that would have been great too. Yeah, that'd have been awesome. Yeah, yeah, great cast. Again, Matt Smith just everybody in it. Everybody in it is just amazing. Check it out. It's a great show. Finally, before we go, I just want to go over Midsummer. I went to Midsummer Scream last weekend before that. Oh my God, so good. Had a great time. I got the gold bat, which is like the VIP thing.
Like your 4th year going?
This is my 5th, 6th, something like that. Yeah, 6, I think. It's a Halloween convention in Long Beach Convention Center, largest Halloween convention there is. A lot of the theme parks go there to reveal their haunts for the season. There's all kinds of vendors. There's small mazes that are set up in the Hall of Shadows, which is just this massive room, and a lot of fun. So this year specifically, I just wanted the VIP. They let you in an hour early. So got there. Funny enough, I started talking to the people that just happened to be in line in front of me, and just a group of like three people. When we started talking, they know a guy that I served in the Army with. So the woman was married to him, is married to him, and I was talking to her brother-in-law, and he's like, "Oh, my brother-in-law was in the Army." I was like, "Oh, cool." And he's like, "Yeah, he went to Gitmo with his reserve unit." I was like, "Really? My reserve unit went to Gitmo." Like, what? He's like, "Yeah, 314th." He's like, "That sounds," and he said his name. I was like, "Holy shit!" Like, yeah, I know him. He was one of the soldiers there. You know, I was like, "Holy shit!" So amazing. So, but I wanted to get in line, get in there specifically because this year Matthew Lillard and Skeet Ulrich are there.
Yeah.
So I wanted to get in there and have him sign my Scream figure. Last year I had Roger Jackson sign it. It was the voice of Ghostface. And so now I just wanted to get all 3 ghost faces from the original film to sign it. The actual stunt actor who was the ghost face in that film was there as well.
Nice.
But I was like, wow, you know, so I was like, it's $90 for signature. So I was like, you know what? I can just get Matthew Lillard and Skeet Ulrich, so they signed it. So now I have all 3 ghost faces. Pretty cool. Nice.
Now, I just want to confirm, are you the guy that was at the panel that said that you didn't like Matthew Lillard's
So,
work?
dude, I was there when that happened. That
thing is ridiculous.
I haven't seen, I know what you're talking, I have him right in front of me, although I couldn't hear what he was saying. So I went in there, and there's a video of Matthew Lillard was, because Matthew Lillard was the host, and he was like walking around with the microphone. Yeah,
just having a great
having a great time. And so he asked the girl in front of me, asked a question.
Yeah.
So he's like a few feet from me. I shot a video with him. I also took a picture with him in his booth, whatever. But like, that was a couple rows down for me, and all I heard was a guy say something like, "Yeah, you lost me at the panel." And Matthew Lillard walks away like, "Whoa, okay, that's never happened before." And he just and so the guy just leaves, and he goes, "Thanks, Matt."
Wild.
What did you hear? What he said?
So yeah, it's posted online.
Oh, it is. Okay.
But yeah, he basically took his time to go up on the panel up there and be like, "Hey, I had an interaction with you. at some other con years
That's
ago.
all I heard, something like that.
And you didn't treat me well. I came and told you a story about something or asked you a question about something. Your response was very blasé, and that's why you lost me as a fan. And it's like, what a weird place. And like, you spent that much money to show up just to talk down to a guy.
Right. That's
because
or
you had a
would
bad
just do it
experience
so
with him.
publicly or something like that.
It's
yeah.
so weird.
But then he said he was leaving because he walked right by me. He's like, "Thanks, Matt." And but he sounded sincere when he said like, "Thanks," like, "Thank you." Weird. I don't know.
It was it's a business.
Because all I heard was all I heard was you lost me at the panel. That's all I heard.
Yeah.
And then people were like, "What?" Like crowd was like, "What the fuck?" Because people were.
I
standing
saw
next
the
to
video and I was like,
I gotta watch
Stan
that video.
was there.
I haven't seen it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Matthew Lillard's just like, "Whoa, okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
never happened to me before."
Yeah, because it's
Very
usually very
strange.
positive vibes.
Yeah,
It's,
you know. Like, and he got in line for to ask questions, so you took up somebody's like question,
right? Exactly.
Like you fucking dickhead.
Just because you have an agenda, that
right?
You want, and you spent so much money to get in there and everything,
right?
Just to give a piece of your mind.
I mean, that's
so weird.
Of a tweet or an Instagram comment of just he could have left.
Right,
that,
and it's like, okay, so I'm sorry, like you had like a bad experience once, like,
right?
Why are you making everyone else now have a bad experience?
It was so strange, dude. And like he was pretty nice. When I was in line, I told him, it was military, and we had like a Matthew Lillard night at our movie theater in Iraq. He's like, oh, I did those USO tours, or I remember. I was like, they were fun. He's like, well, I don't remember them being fun. He said, I was because they travel a lot. So,
yeah.
But yeah, he seemed pretty nice. Just
I've never heard
kind of
an unkind thing.
Yeah.
So.
Just it was very strange. That's all. And so I figured it was something negative because I heard him say that's never happened before. So but yeah, and the guy left right after. So it's fucking weird.
He got his 2 cents.
Got his 2 cents in. Yeah, it's just okay.
Got him.
I got to send me that because I haven't seen.
Yeah,
I figured somebody got it on.
Oh yeah. It was making the rounds pretty much right after that weekend. So.
All right, cool. I also had him sign a Five Nights at Freddy, the popcorn bucket from AMC. I had him sign that. So I definitely want to hold on to the Scream figure, but I'm not a huge Five Nights at Freddy's fan. But so I might put that online. So there's not a ton of that stuff. So, but yeah, I mean, had a great time. Midsummer Scream is always fun. Stayed at the Queen Mary. I love the Queen Mary. I've always loved the Queen Mary. Only problem is don't stay there during the summer because I didn't know this. But as soon as I check in, the person at the front desk or the hotel was like, "Oh, by the way, we can't manipulate the temperature in the room. So if you need a fan, let me know." And I was like, "Excuse me?" And she's like, "Yeah, there's no air conditioning." I was like, "Oh my God." So I walk in the room and you can open the portholes, the windows, right? And I was like, "What?" So I walk in. It wasn't like blazingly hot or anything, but it was just so warm. Right, exactly. And it was a hot day. And I was like, "Okay, it's no big deal. We're on the ocean. There's gonna be breeze." There's no breeze. So yeah, but still, I had a great time. I love the Queen Mary. So I walked around at night at like 2, 3 in the morning. It was fun. So Midsummer Scream, had a great time. I always have a great time. Carpenter was there, which was pretty cool. So awesome time. I always love Midsummer Scream. If you can, check it out. Great Halloween convention. It's beautiful. It's great.
Well, and then next year they're changing location.
They're changing. Okay, they're going to Anaheim
because I heard it's getting so big for them.
It's huge. Yeah. So it's like there's
the lines are a lot bigger. This year.
Dude,
like,
they're massive.
I talked to
dude.
a friend of mine who was there and said it was just.
Well, I went Friday to pick up the actual badge. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but they don't open until I think 4 Sunday or Friday, and then So I wasn't even gonna go in, but dude, the line just for the general for Friday.
Yeah.
I mean, last 2 years we've gone, it hasn't been that bad. Right. This year was ridiculous. I was like, what the fuck? So I was able to get in again an hour early because I was
good for them.
Yeah.
That it's
good for them. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's the convention center in Long Beach Country, it's big, but yeah, I think it seems like it's outgrown it. This year they opened up like another section of the food court, which I don't think was there these last couple of years. It either wasn't there or they didn't open it. It looked new, like they had just recently built it. So they opened up for that for more vendors, and I'm good on Matthew Lillard. He was like, by the way, there's more vendors in that area. Go check them out. And he kept saying that. So
spread the love.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I definitely think they want more vendors. So yeah, I think they're going to Anaheim, which it kind of sucks because it's further away for a lot of people like myself. But whatever, I understand. So in Long Beach is I've gotten used to going there and you can take the subway right to the convention center, which is fucking awesome. So
that's the best thing.
Exactly.
If anyone wants to come to the convention center, let's say September 5th and 6th.
September 5th and 6th. What is going on there, do you think?
A little thing called Long Beach Comic Con.
Long Beach Comic Con. And who's going to be there?
Well, 3 little guys that you might know so well. These 3. We're going to be there. We're going to have a desk there at Long Beach Comic Con.
Enter the Nerdom is going to be at Long
Enter
Beach
the
Comic
Nerdom.
Con.
Yeah.
Come say hi.
Yeah.
Come say
please
hi
do.
to us, yes. We'll do another little raffle for, get a ticket, give us a follow, or if you're already a follower.
Yeah.
You'll get a raffle ticket.
Giveaway.
Yeah, a little giveaway there, here and there. Yeah. Come check us out. We'll have a booth. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always a blast.
Yeah. Although we've never done Long Beach Comic Con.
No.
Yeah, we've
We
done
usually have
Pasadena. We did
Nostalgia Con last
Nostalgia
year.
Con, which I don't think they're doing this year. I haven't seen it. I don't think so. I haven't seen anything.
Con, I think, right?
Yeah, Creep I Con. Well, we didn't have a booth there.
Oh,
but
no,
yeah.
we didn't.
Yeah, but we went there, but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's our first time in Long Beach Comic Con.
Yep,
So.
it's going to be fun. We'll be staying at the Hyatt right next door. So come party in our room.
There you
Fuck
go.
yeah. You got to bring your booze, though.
Yeah.
And you got to leave, like, ASAP because we're tired. So, yeah. But yeah, we'll be there, Long Beach Comic Con.
Chad will be in
Come take a shot.
cosplay.
Yeah.
Yep, I will be giant Garfield.
Yes.
Nice. Oh my God, dude, that thing would be so hot.
Awful.
We'll stay at the Queen Mary where there's no AC.
Oh yes, and you got to sleep in your Garfield costume.
It's like I'd put a gun in my mouth. I'll be an added ghost to the Queen Mary.
Really
Yeah, there you
doesn't
go.
like Mondays.
It's like, what happened? It was just there was no AC. Oh, well, that makes sense.
It's like, I ate a lasagna and sweated off into the suit until I was dehydrated and died. And that's what happens.
Also the after party for the Midsummer Scream was so much fun. So much fun. Yeah, it's just a dance party with a great DJ. We had great community. Great
Stan did his always amazing robot dance. That he loves
Yep,
to do.
I killed it with that.
Yeah.
Come to LA Comic or Long Beach Comic Con and you can see.
I'll do it again. I'll do
Yeah.
it. I'll do a little
On
dance for
request.
Ask, before
everybody.
you,
You can dance if you
grab
want
a
to.
candy or water, you have to ask Stan for a robot.
That's gonna be a lot of dancing. It's gonna be a lot of dancing. I'll be like, just exhaust. Okay.
No. Well,
Keep going.
he's hanging out by a passed out Garfield.
It's just
the
Watson man. It's
saddest
just
sight.
Watson man in the booth. What happened to the other two? One passed out from heat exhaustion. The other just danced, did the robot
He
tune.
passed out.
Yep. All right, Chad, you want to take us out?
All right. Thank you guys for listening to another episode of Enter the Nerdom. If you aren't already, which it's hard to believe if you aren't, follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Spotify, and where else? Also Apple Podcasts if you don't have Spotify. And please, if you please just like or comment or send us hate stuff. We'll appreciate it. I like the interaction. I like talking to people. But anyway, thank you guys for checking us out, and hopefully we'll see you at Long Beach. And yeah, keep your ears out for maybe an earlier special episode to come out later next week.
Interesting. What could we be expecting from that? Do you think?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe something loony.
Something loony?
Something loony.
Something brought to you by the Acme Corporation, maybe?
Possibly. Yeah,
Interesting.
that could be.
Okay, with a special guest.
Could be.
Could be.
Could be.
Interesting.
Who knows?
Who could that be? Interesting.
Questions.
What
Question
questions?
marks.
Questions.
All right. Thanks a lot, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye.